2019, still dealing with this kind of stuff.
Yeah, YouTube needs to fix this shit.
Let's get the party started.
Here we go. Got King, Nick, and Cody in the house. I think we're good now.
Yep. So, all right, we're live. We're ready to roll. What's going on? Welcome to Tokyo Crypto Show, sponsored by Bread Wallet, the number one cryptocurrency wallet on the planet Earth. Right?
Because you own your coins.
You own your coins, and it's just the best one. It's idiot proof. If you want to be a hot dude with a lot of cryptocurrency, download Bread Wallet, and you might magically get a bull in the mail. No, you're never gonna get it, but
You can buy one with your crypto.
So
just donate all your crypto to Bread.
Welcome to the Tokyo Crypto Show. I am your host, Jonathan, from Modern Life Dating, and we have our cryptocurrency trading expert, the man, the myth, the legend, the most patient man in the world.
That's about right.
Charlie is a good man. He puts up. YouTube is
KP9477.
What does it says? YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain.
So basically, open up your OBS and then look down here. As long as it's green, you're good.
Oh, okay. That's the first time I've seen this.
Yeah, I get that sometimes. It's bullshit.
Oh, weird. Okay, cool. So no, just okay, whatever.
Yeah, as long as your bit rate's good, you're fine.
But yeah, guys, what's going on? Tokyo Crypto Show, the Manosphere's only cryptocurrency show, and the world's only call-in cryptocurrency show. So if you've got questions that need answering in regards to anything cryptocurrency related, holler at your boy. You're gonna have to excuse me. I'm having some fucking heart palpitations here from this fucking pre-workout that Michael Zarate fucking told me to take. And I feel like I'm teetering in and out on the brink of death here. Charlie knows I'll just land down on my bed like Googling all my symptoms.
and like when I was in high school, I did take like several swimming classes because I come from the land of 10,000 lakes. So I'm supposed to know how to do CPR in case you start dying on us, but I think you'll be okay.
Just let me die. Okay.
Just let you go.
I had a good run. I bless you. I crypto bless you.
Oh, thank you, sir.
With take off with the show.
Just give me your private key so that I can at least then trade your Bitcoin in your memory.
My seed's over there in one of those notebooks. Just deal with it.
All right, that's what she said. No.
But anyways. Yeah. What's going on, guys? Welcome to Tokyo Crypto Show. It's official. The bull market has begun.
Oh, yeah.
The bull market has begun. And we called it. And I got to say, what's Bitcoin at right now?
Good question. It's about 54 something and some change. 54.62.90. $5,463.49. Just had a small fluctuation there. Oh, it's going to 65. There we go. Yeah.
It's
got right. Palpitations just like you.
Yeah, it's believe me, if Bitcoin has any palpitations like me, it's gonna be spastic. I'm having existential crisis. Thank God I'm going to Vietnam in a couple days or Friday morning. So
yeah, shoot some guns, get it out of your system.
Hopefully.
Don't go all Full Metal Jacket on them.
No, they won that war. So we got to give that to the Viets.
Stalemate, yeah.
They won.
Pretty much.
It takes a lot for me to say, but they fucking won. But yeah, guys, welcome. We're gonna talk about the whole 9 yards. So let's fire up the phone lines. Charlie, you want to tell them what's been going on with your show and how they can find you? Just give the audience a little bit of information about you.
Yeah, so I've been building up a bit of social media, but I've also been doing this show, like Jonathan's show, on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. So basically every day except Wednesday, because I basically come over to Jonathan's and we do this show together. So yeah, I've been doing it 5 days a week now. I'm on episode 21. We just did an episode yesterday focusing on questions that everybody who watches had asked at some point. So did a rapid fire, just answering people's questions. I got some questions by email, some by the suggestions, or what do you call it, the comment box under previous shows, but also in the live chat, people ask, things they're interested in. So if you watch my show, the show is made by me for you. So if you have anything else that you want to know in detail in crypto, let me know. And if it's, I can do it as part of a subject for the show, or I can do it for a whole subject. And then on the social media side, follow me on Twitter at Cultivate Crypto. Pretty simple, just at Cultivate Crypto. So my name, luckily it was still available because I'm a genius choosing that name because nobody else is touching it. But anyways, follow me there. Actually, today I got my first response from a crypto OG who is my favorite guy in crypto, Andreas Antonopoulos, who, if anybody knows who he is, I think some of the people who follow me, I mentioned him a few times. He's pretty much the smartest man in crypto, hands down, except for obviously Satoshi Nakamoto and the developers themselves. But
and
amazing
Roger Ver.
man. No, Antonopoulos is way smarter. Not on the money side. On the money side, Roger beats him, but
No, I
on
know.
the Bitcoin knowledge.
I know you're not partial to Roger, so I always like to poke at you.
No, I appreciate Roger because without him, I wouldn't have gotten where I've gotten to in crypto. But he's a divisive figure. That's it. But yeah. So I just tweeted to Andreas because he's going to Switzerland, and I was just like, hey, Andreas, why don't you come to Tokyo? And he actually said, yeah. Thanks. Like I said, I learned a lot from him, and he's like, oh yeah, thanks. And I love Tokyo. I'll be there sometime soon. So I'm going to try to badger him a few times, see if I can meet up with him when he's in Tokyo. That'd be badass.
Yeah, we should just set up an event and just make it idiot-proof for him to get here.
Yeah. That guy's touring the world. He goes he was in Seoul, Korea at the beginning of this month. So if I would have known that at the time, it might have been worth a weekend trip to go watch one of his talks, because the guy's a fucking genius. But
yeah, good stuff. For you guys been watching my show, you guys saw me go. I went pretty apeshit yesterday on my show, but I've got I just went in on why guys just become weak males recently, and I got so many people hitting me up after the show and be like, "Your show fired me up. That was amazing." I kind of went full Alex Jones crazy on them at one point, but the guys loved it, and I think
it's entertainment, and
it's
from the heart.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think what I said to these guys is resonating with them, and a lot of these guys hit me up. I got a lot of donations after the show as well, and they were saying hey man, what you said really resonated with me, and I really appreciate everything you do. People booked consultations, so I guess super high testosterone alpha Jonathan's got to come out more often. I thought the kiddies would. I got a couple dislikes, which is rare, but I got I heard of one or two Spurgs feelings. But hey, it's the end of the day.
Maybe that, what's his face, the guy you were smashing, maybe he was watching you.
Who's that?
That salty guy. The guy on the Joe Rogan show.
Oh, Adam.
Yeah,
Adam.
I was just joking.
Conover, yeah, whatever. That guy's a weirdo. But yeah, we did it. We did a couple things. So I may or may not do a show tomorrow, because tomorrow starts my technical vacation. I have to fly to I'm taking the bullet train to the other side of Japan to fly out from Osaka airport, and I might do a show at night, and I'm on the fence, but I'll probably do a show. I'll probably pack up the gear and take it with me. And then in Vietnam, I'm going to try and do some live streams, even while I'm out there, just to show you guys what Vietnam's like. Just walk down the street. I'm going to have a motorcycle and a motorped or whatever. I'm going to be riding around. And I'm flying out to an island, Phu Quoc Island or something like that, going to the Mercury Resort. And just gonna go and lay down and bake in the sun and get a massage and
nice.
Try to handle these heart palpitations that I'm having right now from this pre-workout.
Just have a some beer on the beach and shit, and just relax, and you'll be good.
I'm going full fruity drink. Like, we'll just give me the
Pina
give me the gayest thing with an umbrella on it, little twirly straw,
right in a coconut.
Just put it right on my stomach.
Hey, you gotta do that sometimes.
No, it's gonna be
Enjoy
good.
life.
Yeah, I need a vacation for sure. But yeah, yesterday's show was a real monumental success. A lot of you guys watched it, and it was awesome. I was on the Red Man group. I may be on the Red Man group this coming Saturday because I'm a trooper. I'll be on the island, but I'll have Wi-Fi at the hotel, so I'll do that too. But yeah, like and a lot of guys are in the chat right now. Michael Benson says, "Thank you, Jonathan. No more pussy betas." Vincent Vale says, "Definitely make it a weekly thing, like Angry Tuesday or something."
Not a bad idea.
KP9477 says, "That was the best rant since your girls are like video game accessories that you need to sell to the shop rant on RMG." Thank you very much. Lou, what's going on? I'm going to get with you scheduling all your consultations. And just real catch up, then I'm going to let Charlie take over here.
Yeah, go for it.
I've got an influx of consultations recently. It's pretty insane. I'm playing catch up right now. Lou, we're gonna schedule. I know you bought a package of consultations, Lou. So did our boy Aaron in Arizona. Also Robert in Arizona, and then we got some guys who paid with Bitcoin. So all those consultations, I'm going to try and handle. I'm going to handle some after the show today. Obviously, I'm going on vacation, so bear with me. I've been doing a show pretty much every day since January 21st. So maybe that's why I'm fucking having heart palpitations
that
too.
could be a small part of it.
So I'm going on a date, taking a beautiful lady with me, and it's going to be a good time. So. Just a lot of a little R&R. I need it. I'm fucking human too. So, that being said, Charlie, why don't you take it over and tell us? Let's just jump right into it. So where do you see Bitcoin going in the short term here? You want to whip up some charts?
So yeah, just kind of a reminder from last week. I think a lot of people were paying attention last week quite well, and if you just go back to the beginning of that video. Or I don't know if it's the beginning or the middle, but you'd ask me, you're like, come on, I want to hold you to something. Tell me, when and what price you're looking at for the short term, right? Yeah. And last week on the show, I said 5,800 is the target, and within the next 1 week or so. And so that was last week, a whole week ago. And just yesterday, we were up to 5,630. What
the fuck is my my phone is doing that.
That's awesome. That's
Hold on. What the fuck is going on?
At least it's not Taylor Swift. That's good.
I don't know why Sorry.
Well, you know what might happen? Like on YouTube, I got copyright, like from sound. They have the bot that troll or basically thing. So hopefully they don't like say, "Hey, you got to delete this video because you had some music on there or something." But usually they let you keep it on, but sometimes they try to block your video.
That was weird. No, it just.
No worries, man. It's good. Yeah, set up the buck talk. But basically, yeah, I had called for 5,800. We're not quite there yet, but we did hit 5,630 yesterday. So that'll help me get into the chart here and show where my call has gone over the last week, which it has gone pretty well. So let me jump into the chart here. So this is the chart, which I showed to everybody last week, and we kind of zoomed out from the far the far back view of Bitcoin up until this is like a few months price action basically from December until now, during that last capitulation phase. So I've been saying since we've been doing this show that that's kind of let's wait till that lady talks. That's cool. But she keeps going.
4, 3, 2, 1.
All right.
Okay. All right. So the phone lines are open now. So sorry about that. I don't know what the
cool.
hell is going on.
Yep. So I've basically been saying that this bottom here in December was potentially the bottom of the bear market, and we just needed confirmation, specifically above this resistance line here, to begin showing we are getting out of the bear market. So I have this count of a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 in the red here for the major price action which has been happening since that bottom in December. And then currently we are in the wave 3 here, which is subdivided into also 5 Elliott waves. And so we've been following this pattern quite well. And starting on April 5th and 6th, I started showing you guys these moving averages, and I drew lines to guesstimate where the moving averages could go. And actually, they've crossed earlier than I expected, but they crossed just 2 days ago or yesterday, which is what we call a golden cross, when this 200-day moving average in orange, and then this yellow 50-day moving average here, when they cross, that is a very bullish situation. And if you take a look at BNB, you can see when it was in a bear market, when it was going down, the 200 was on top, the 100 in the middle, and then the 50 on the bottom. As soon as they cross, specifically the 50-day moving average and 200-day moving average, then that goes opposite, where the 200-day goes on the bottom, then the 100-day, and then the 50-day, which is a bullish count, which is why in compared to USD, the price of BNB has been going from down here $8 to its all-time high of 25. It's coming back down now because Bitcoin's been stronger, but still it has these moving averages in a bullish trend. If the yellow one starts to roll over and go down, then that would be a sign that potentially we could then be looking for more price falling. But it's not doing that at the moment, so BNB looks quite strong. And Bitcoin is just starting that crossing. So if it continues and to stay crossed, and the 200-day goes below the 50-day moving average for an extended period of time, then it could do something like BNB here, where the price just keeps going up. So that's very positive. The other thing to think about is what happened in 2015. So here, I basically drew the moving averages based on what happened in 2015. And then also this black line is the price action of what happened in 2015, which was the end of the last bear market in Bitcoin and the beginning of the new bull market. So if Bitcoin repeats, or at least rhymes with its history, in the next coming months, around June, July, or August, we could see some lows. But at least, especially for this month, we are still in a very bullish situation. So this purple line here at 56.50 is where I'm going to start looking to take profits. Twice we have gotten to 56.24, so not quite there. So I'm still not touching anything yet. But I think once we get to the bottom of this resistance around 5,800 or 57.50, that's when Bitcoin starts to take a bit of a drop. And if this Elliott wave count is still correct, then we could go one more time above 5,800 or potentially above 6,000 for a brief period of time before we finish this current cycle and then have a regular correction, which is necessary after a move up. So in the short term, within this week, I'm looking for 5,800, and that's between 56 and 58 is where I'm looking to take profits and then buy back in on a correction somewhere between 5,000 and 5,200. So that's what I'm looking at on the short term. Then, if you just look even closer on the daily, we did have a big price drop here at the beginning of the day today for you guys in the States. But it looks like that has finished, and we should be building up now over the next couple of days to that 5,700. So that's what the short term looks like. But this show today is, okay, why is the bull market starting? So for technical analysis, that's the reason. Mainly this Golden Cross thing here is the strongest portion of it. But then also, we want to try to take a look at the bearish case, because we don't want to be biased towards only one potential opinion. We want to also say, okay, well, what if we're wrong?
Right. And for me, Charlie's more of the technical side. I'm more of the cultural analysis side and reading some of the stuff that I just see in the news. And it seems that a lot of Bitcoin transactions are happening recently. They mentioned that on Reddit. I don't know if you saw that.
Yep. I'm going to be showing that today.
Okay,
too.
great. So I saw that. The media has written hit piece after hit piece on cryptocurrency, and they can't stop it. Bitcoin is still fucking going.
Yeah, and you see,
and like nobody seems to be. I'm panicking now that I don't have enough.
Right.
And like, I just don't. I think people they honestly don't get it. And you guys know, like, I was hanging out with El Presidente of Bread Wallet, and he was just like, "Hey man, listen, you are putting money into cryptocurrency, right? Like you're not just talking shit. Like you're doing this, right? Like this is happening." And just to sit with a guy who is truly in the thick of it, because he's actually also the CEO. He's the CEO of two companies. I don't know if you knew that. He's the CEO of Bread Wallet, and he's also the CEO of a cryptocurrency mining company.
Oh, cool.
In China.
Nice.
Because his background is semiconductors.
Oh, okay.
So the guy is just an animal, living and breathing cryptocurrency, and
he knows it's the future.
He really does.
There's a lot of money in it.
You know what he said? He says crypto is like walking around with a Swiss bank in your pocket.
Yeah, Obama said that in one of his speeches a few years ago. And when Obama said it, he meant to say it in a negative tone.
Yeah.
Saying, we can't just have everybody holding a Swiss bank account in their back pocket. But then everybody who's listening to that speech is like, that sounds brilliant. That sounds great.
Especially the Easter worshippers. Did you see that? No. There's attacks in Sri Lanka with bombings, and they bombed some Christians.
Yeah, I heard about that.
And
I didn't know what it was
he didn't say Christians. He wrote Easter worshippers. I was like, Jesus Christ, these people are fucking. They really think we're a bunch of morons. Yeah. But anyways, that's another ridiculous thing. Yeah, Adam said, Adam from Bread Wallet said that essentially this is a Swiss bank in your pocket.
Yeah. It is.
And, guys, I don't know what else we could say. Like, I don't know if Charlie's going to have to fucking stab me on camera to, like, prove to you guys that Bitcoin is a viable investment. I don't know
what stabbing would do.
Just, like, send the emotional shock or something. I don't understand. Like,
it'd go viral, I'm sure. Man gets killed on Twitter.
Watch two Bitcoin guys stab each other live.
Also, I'd go to Japanese prison. That ain't good.
I wouldn't press charges.
I
just rub some dirt on it. I'd be okay. These heart palpitations are gonna fucking kill me from this pre-workout anyway. So, but I don't know what else to say. Like the numbers on the show are low, and that should just show you that if that's not a testament. Yeah. If me spazzing out, calling you guys like beta fucking losers for not taking action and not being men, not being accountable, you're 3x that shit if you're not moving on this cryptocurrency or
10x.
Yeah, if this is not on your radar. Yeah. Like this is like betting. This is the money of the internet. So what you're doing when you don't get into cryptocurrency is you're actively betting against the internet. How fucking dumb is that? That is peak normie.
Well, not only you're betting against internet, you're also betting against increased freedom for people, sovereignty. Which, do you think people in the world will jump at any chance they can get to become more free and fully dependent and independent of the government systems which corrupt and do a lot of fucking shit in this world?
Enslave us.
Yeah. If that's even putting it lightly, right? And murder the shit out of all sorts of people just because they want to, increase that GDP and whatnot. But,
and so we've been saying it, I actually, did you see what that lady from the IMF was saying?
Yeah, we talked a little bit about it last week, right? Here, I just got to be able to see the icon because I'm going to
Yeah, careful, don't slide it on the screen.
Oh, yeah, good idea. Just going to put it over here since we'll talk about that bearish chart, which is basically anyways bullshit, but we'll talk about it just to look at the bearish case.
Right, yeah. But it just, even the lady who was on the IMF, the IMF is terrified of cryptocurrency as well.
Yeah, all these governments are. The ones who are least terrified of it are the nations which have the least amount of financial power at the moment. And they see this as a huge opportunity for them to actually be first movers or people who take advantage of it first, get the money coming to them. These are places like Malta, which is just some country in the middle of the Mediterranean.
Yeah.
Also, Switzerland obviously is not just some country. They're it's very smart with finances, and they have this city called Zug, which is like the crypto city.
That's where this is founded out of.
Exactly, and so that place is obviously just like an just like a clear example of crypto's good. And then you got places like Wyoming in the States. The
great state of Wyoming.
Yeah, which is least amount of people, but it's a great place for freedom.
That was my ongoing joke on Instagram when I was there. Yeah. I was like, I'm in the great state of Wyoming. I loved it. They
have Yellowstone and all sorts of good shit.
Dude, I went to Denver, Colorado, and I went to Cheyenne, Wyoming. I was depressed as shit when I left Cheyenne.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say when you were in Denver.
Oh, wow. I was eating so many edibles to drown the feeling out from that liberal shithole. I was just like, fuck, Denver sucks, I just didn't like it. But yeah, the places that are opening their doors and their arms to cryptocurrency are flourishing. I mean, we live in Tokyo.
Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
Oh, no, we live in Tokyo, and you can pay your taxes, you get a speeding ticket, you can pay the Japanese government in Bitcoin. Let me tell you something about the Japanese. Japanese people are the most risk-aversive people on the fucking planet. And
they love money.
And they have given cryptocurrency the stamp of approval.
Hell yeah.
If you can't read in between the lines there, I mean, when we do a live stream, like fucking from a Lambo or something, I mean, it'll be too late. So that's why we're saying now. Like I said, we're the Manosphere's only cryptocurrency show. Even if you're just an average dude and you really can't put it all together, just use common sense. And the way you have to look at it is like this. You're getting into cryptocurrency, and we were talking about this before the show started. I was like, what's your exit strategy?
Yeah.
Charlie wants to buy a couple houses. I want to buy a house myself. That's the game. If I can get out of the crypto game with scot-free with a house and a little bit of change in crypto.
And no debt.
Just fucking Kobe Bryant, baby. 3-pointer.
You already had
walk away.
Entire population if you can get a house without being in debt.
Yeah.
Then you basically never have to be a slave again.
Yeah. That's definitely a solid fuck you position.
Yep.
Which is good. That's where you want to go. So I just think overall, a lot of people are gloom and doom about, the black pill and feminism's going to enslave us all and the mark of the beast and the governments and the technology to control us all is coming or whatever. Bitcoin is from Vladimir Putin, whatever insanity you want to fucking say. But at the end of the day, I would believe, and you could let me know what do you think about this, but I believe that as humans, we are trending more towards a freer society, not an enslaved society.
Oh, yeah. People are fighting for their freedom. And I think that's a great thing, because America, right, that's basically baked into our personality, right?
That's right.
It's part of our culture. And so we don't want to put up with that shit for too long. Of course, everybody kind of gets used to a status quo or a way of life. But after a while, it's like, I fucking had it. I don't want to deal with this bullshit. And if there's a way out, which crypto is a way out for a lot of people, then people will start using it as that tool. I think, the people who are the laggards or the very late people to the party, they'll be salty as fuck when, crypto gets adopted because they'll be like, it's taking my jobs or, bullshit like that because they didn't try to, keep up with where the world's fucking going. But it's the same thing with, when the internet blew up, it's like, Amazon's taking down Barnes and Noble
Good.
or Sears. These companies have been around so long they can't go because there are so many jobs. It's like, do you know how many jobs Amazon's creating now?
Who cares? Fuck
Like,
them. We got to go
Jesus.
forward. I love Amazon
Exactly.
Prime.
Exactly.
I love laying down and pushing a button and in 48 hours max. I got that Prime membership in Japan. In 48 hours, I can order a jar of jalapenos. And I know Mr. Kobayashi will be at the door. Ping pong. Hi, here you are. Like,
Right to you.
thank you, buddy. Have a good one. I got my jalapenos,
Exactly.
Like, whatever you fucking want. That's just convenience. That's the future. Everything is trending towards on demand. They're cutting out the middleman, okay? Uber destroyed the taxi industry. How? Because you had the taxi driver, you had the customer, and who was the middleman? The taxi company taking all the money. Now, hotels have taken a massive hit globally because of Airbnb. What did Airbnb do? They automated the middleman, okay?
Yep.
If I hate Chase Bank. Chase Bank is an awful bank, but I have to make a deal with the devil because this fiat
system.
This is the fiat slavery system we're born into. So for me, in order for me to send money and receive money, I have to pay a fee from Chase, and in addition to that, the U.S. government puts their hand in my pocket and takes taxes out too. So it's like everywhere you go, you get fucking robbed. And people are just getting sick and tired of it.
Oh, yeah.
And my crypto, it costs, if I could send you $10,000 right now, and based off the mempool is pretty empty right now, so it would probably cost me like what, $8, $10 maybe?
For how much to send?
10 grand.
Oh yeah, just a few bucks.
Yeah. And then it's like within not days, not like 3 to 5 business days. No, like
Or not even a week or two.
not even like literally worst case scenario, 24 hours. Like absolute like
I'd
the
say-
world is overwhelmed.
Oh yeah,
The world is overwhelmed.
I would say probably like within an hour usually would be my worst case. But like you said, like if it went real crazy, just couldn't handle it or something like that.
Everybody's transacting Bitcoin. Yeah. So, like I said, we started this show telling you guys to get on the train, on the Bitcoin train. We started when Bitcoin wasn't cool, when it was at a low, but we believed in
and
Bitcoin.
It's still not. There's still so many people saying, oh, this is a sucker's rally. It's going to go back down like right away.
Yep.
Everybody who's buying now is a retard and all sorts of stuff like that. Just a lot of FUD, a lot of negative stuff. So, let those people keep being normies and normie norms.
Normie's gonna norm. What are you gonna do?
Go.
Let's see what's going on with the guys in the chat. Let's see who's in the house.
We got a lot of good stuff
28 people in the house. We are growing.
Yeah, they're smart guys.
King Nick says first. Cody says second. KP9477. What up, dude? Greg B, what up? Vincent Vale, what's up? Big Googs. That's how you know it's good. Yeah, the heart palpitations really. Oh, buddy, I'm having fucking existential crisis over here. Charlie had to go check him on. He thought I was dead. Michael Benson, what's up, big dog? Lou, what's up? Lou says, how do I buy Bitcoin? Well, there's many ways. We covered it on a bunch of shows, mate.
Yeah, I think go back to there was an episode about how to send Bitcoin, and then there's an episode after that about how to make a wallet, and then the third episode we did was how to set up an exchange.
Yeah.
And in the wallets episode, we mentioned a little bit about how to buy it, but basically Bread Wallet is probably the simplest way to go about it. If
Download
your
this.
bank
Download
accepts
this.
it.
Yeah, download this application right here, Bread Wallet. Tony S said use Coinbase. I don't.
Yeah, I would try to avoid it if you can.
Coinbase doesn't let you send your money anywhere. You know, if you want to send your money,
it takes 18 days before you're able to send it.
Do you know Coinbase? If you send your Bitcoin to a gambling website, they don't allow you to do that.
Really?
Adam told me that. Yeah.
God damn. Yeah,
I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Don't tell me what to do.
Yeah.
If I want to fucking go all in on the fucking Magic winning the fucking NBA championship, 10 Bitcoin strong, I want to go all in, right? Because I just don't like being told what to do. And
that's like a bank mentality, right? That's the old system.
And that is exactly what you want to do. Plus, Coinbase has KYC, know your customer. Yeah. I was chatting with Adam, and he was telling me that like the FBI hits him up a lot.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like, hey, we need this account number, this account number. He's like, sorry, bro, I don't know who the fuck they are. Yeah. Like, God bless you, assalamu alaikum, whatever. Like, I gotta go.
I did an episode on is New York State pro crypto or anti crypto. So if you go and look on my channel and look at that episode, you'll actually see New York State is kind of like that. It's one of the states where you almost have to use Coinbase because there's no Bitcoin ATMs. Local Bitcoins is very hard to use. Like all this stuff that just makes it so hard for people to get into crypto. They have to go in through the gatekeepers, which is bullshit. So.
Yeah,
there are some places that are still anti-crypto.
So we got 32 people watching. I think it's all-time high.
Yeah, good stuff.
High five.
Why not?
You didn't have to fucking stab me either.
I still can if you want it.
Yeah, get the knife. Fuck it. It's anything to stop these heart palpitations from this fucking pre-workout. Thanks, Michael Zarate. I took this shit at like 3 p.m. No, you're like 2:30, and it's 10:30, and I'm still freaking out. Anyways, it's great stuff. I had a great workout. I'm fucking exhausted. But anyways, yeah, so Lou and Joe are asking me how to buy in. Okay, you go to your app store on whatever device you have, and you download Bread Wallet, and you buy cryptocurrency through the Bread Wallet application. It is the simplest, safest, and most anonymous way to do it pretty much instantaneously. Am I right?
Yep.
Wrong?
No, perfectly right. And you actually, it's done on the blockchain, so you actually own the private keys to your Bitcoin, whereas usually an exchange will hold it as like an IOU.
Yeah.
Basically just holding your money hostage until you take it out.
Yeah, which I don't agree with that. So
Of course.
let's keep going forward. Cody says, so we may be breaking down to roughly 5,000 by the end of summer, or are we about to head to the moon? We really don't know.
Well, yeah, and I'm going to show you just one or two other things on the charts to kind of talk about that. But yeah, we have to kind of go with the flow. We can usually make a pretty good educated guess on what's going to happen within the next 60 days or so. But looking past that, then you really have to start taking a little leaps of faith. So, yeah, you just have to follow it. Probably the best way to follow it is on a weekly basis if you don't want to follow it every day.
And then so Adam, for me, just my opinion right now, I think the rocket's going. I think we might, if worst case scenario, we'll see 4,000, but I think from here to the end of the year, it's just nothing but up. That's my personal opinion.
Everybody wants to keep buying. I think a lot of people are still looking like for it to go down back to 5,000 again to get back on. So I'll just show you a couple things in the chart here before we finish and move on to the subject a little bit more.
Our boy Adam says, what's your opinion on Bitcoin split due next year? Will it soar beforehand?
So we did a whole episode on that. It's not a split. It's a halving.
Yeah.
Just go to the halving episode.
But to answer your question, yes, this is going to affect the price.
It already is.
It is affecting the price, yeah, and it's supply and demand. The supply is going up, demand's going to go up.
And everybody already knows this is coming, so usually 1 year in advance it gets priced in, which is part of the reason why the price is going up right now.
King Nick says, Coinbase Pro allows much quicker transfers and less fee for buying and selling. The regular Coinbase site still gets you in fees.
You
but
can't say it on here?
I don't know.
I think it's fine.
Well, whatever.
Yeah.
I hate all those
it's gonna be
fucking SJWs in California. I hate them all. But anyways, yeah, I don't trust Coinbase. Do you trust Coinbase?
I don't trust them at all because the government came to them asking, hey, anybody who has more than $20,000 on your platform anytime within the last 3 years, give us all of their information. And they tried to say no, but they ended up having to give information to the government that way.
They ain't got my shit. Fuck that. No, I don't trust Coinbase. If any type, this is why I hate Bitflyer. Remember, like, this is the Tokyo Crypto Show. And if Mr. Bitflyer-san is watching somewhere, like, fuck you, guy. I hate Bitflyer. Bitflyer is a terrible exchange. Any exchange that locks down your account in a way that is unfair or limits you from using your cryptocurrency 100% in a free manner, I 150,000% do not support that at all. I don't support it.
That's middleman bullshit.
And that's just bank bullshit that we're dealing with. So I don't trust Coinbase. I don't use Coinbase. Unfortunately, I have to use Bitflyer because that's just, I'm in Japan. It is what it is. But Bitflyer, BITFLYER.JP is a shitty company run by shitty people with very uneducated employees. We know more than the average employee at Bitflyer, which is a complete joke because we're just two dudes who learned everything from trial and error and YouTube. So, I mean, and who has made tons of money off of it. I haven't made tons of money, but I have made money off of it. And not like $100. I've made, I'm not going to go into it, but I've done okay. And that being said, I don't trust them. I don't trust anybody. The only person you should trust with your cryptocurrency is the man in the mirror that you see every single day.
Exactly.
So let me catch up with the chat here, and then Charlie, I want you to go with the price stuff. Octavio says, "Can I send Bitcoin to Bread Wallet from Coinbase?" Yes. Aaron Wolf, new user, welcome, brother. He says, "How do you guys feel about John Williams' info? He was on Donovan Sharp's show once talking about his crypto course. I don't know John Williams. The only John Williams I know is from Star Wars.
Isn't that the composer? Right?
The composer, yeah.
Maybe I'll look at him later and try to. We can talk about that next week or the week after or something. Not as the whole show, but just like to answer the question. I think it's an interesting question, but probably I have no idea who he is.
Neither do I. Basically, the regular site has ridiculous high fees since more newbies tend to use it. Can't really blame their business model though. Yeah, but Bread Wallet's fees, I guarantee you, are lower. And you control your Bitcoin, which is the most important thing. You control your Bitcoin. Coinbase can press a button, tell the government you're a terrorist, and all your fucking Bitcoin is locked up, and you're shit out of luck. That can't happen with Bread Wallet. That cannot happen to you. It is physically impossible. Greg B says, "Okay, I was being a cheap ass and didn't buy in at 5K. Does it make sense to wait until it drops back there? What's a safe number to buy in at this point?" Look, you're acting like a girl.
Yeah, well, there's
you need to go watch yesterday's episode. You're being a fucking pussy.
Yeah,
you just got to take a risk.
Yeah.
This is part of it. This is not financial advice.
You got to take a risk. Basically, usually what I say with Bitcoin is, when is a good time to buy? Basically, there's no better time than the present.
Right.
And then what you have to do after you buy, so once you got skin in the game, then it forces you, okay, I got to pay attention to this so I can get in a profit.
Yes.
You might go down a little bit in the short term, right?
Right.
But,
Bitcoin trajectories are $50,000 per Bitcoin in the conservative aspect.
Exactly.
Okay? One Bitcoin. So if you take 500, let's say you buy one Bitcoin now. You buy $5,500, you buy one Bitcoin. And in 2 years, that 5,500 will become 50,000. Are you willing to take a risk like that? Okay? Because theoretically, yes, there is a risk. We can't see into the future. However, the use case is there. Asia is all over cryptocurrency. I know China banned it because China is trying to enslave their people too. But even in China, there's mining factories and shit going on over there.
Yeah.
You know, they busted that principal from there was a principal in this school in China, and he was caught using the fucking elementary school's free electricity to mine Bitcoin. God bless the Chinese. But yeah, that's it. That's what I'm saying. This shit is taking off, whether you want to believe it or not. And you just have to look. You guys were asking the same thing. I'm gonna wait for the price to drop.
That was the same thing back in February and March, right? I'm going to wait for the price to drop below 3,000. I'm going to wait for the price to drop below 4,000. I'm going to wait for the price to drop below 5,000. It's going to be the same thing the longer you go. So once you buy in, pay attention. You don't have to pay attention every day, just on a weekly basis. Where is it? Where is it at? You know, if you follow somebody like us who knows what they're talking about and you pay attention, you can start to understand what we're talking about with price action. Then if it comes to a point where you need to take a little profit, get it into US dollar tether for a little bit, and then wait for a breakdown, and then put back in, you're still going to be making money. So there are, the US dollar tether strategy is super simple. So as long as you're paying attention to the market, then you'll be good. So yeah, good thing, Greg. Just pay attention to every day for the first 5 to 20 minutes of my show. I talk about the price. And last week you asked me, where is the price? I said it's going to be 5,800 sometime in the next week or week and a half. We're getting pretty damn close. So that's when I'm going to start taking profits for myself. Like we just showed that chart here. Let's just jump into that because then we can just move on to the actual subject of today's show, which we haven't even talked too much about.
It's all right. We're just going to go. Whatever happens, happens. We'll go on vacation tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. So this blue line here, going up until May 1st, is where we look to hit a high. And then so between this 5650 and basically just below 5800, I'm going to take some profit here. ride this down in US dollar tether. This could go only down to like 5,300. It could dip down to 5,050. Somewhere in there is probably likely. But you don't want to be buying here. You want to be buying, of course, well, somewhere in here, but that's already passed. But if you're buying now, think about where to take profits here. Then ride this down. You'll increase your Bitcoin here. And then you'll be able to ride this last wave up. And here will be a decision point for Bitcoin again. Here, I put the bearish count, right? So if we're actually in an ABC correction and still in a bear market where we're going to go down to a new low, if that happens, then...
Theoretically, we're heading to 2,600 in worst case scenario.
Right. It's probably 2,800, something like that.
Right. 2,800 worst case scenario. And that's calculating if we're covering our bases to say theoretically if we are wrong, which we're probably not, but...
and I'll show you why we're not.
Well, we're not wrong. But anyways, this is not financial advice. Do whatever the fuck you want. Put $1 million in Bitcoin. But theoretically, the downside here is if you buy a Bitcoin today, theoretically, it could go down to 2,800 based on the news, based on the price action, based on all the transactions that have been occurring lately. Bitcoin usage is continuing to go up. The more people that use Bitcoin, the higher the price goes, okay? I advise every single man to at least own one Bitcoin. At least own one Bitcoin. Hit me up in 5 years. Donate 25% as a thank you to me, and we will all sail off into the fucking sunset. Because it's going to happen. Yeah. It's going to happen.
And here are two stories from people I've done consultations with. So one guy from New York, during... this dip here, which scared the shit out of most people. But he was like, okay, I'm ready to buy. He set up all of his accounts. He bought here at 50.50. And I told him, like, here's what to watch at that time to make sure that it doesn't go down. And it dipped below that point down to 49.50, $100 below his buy for a short period after that. But it's only been going up mainly since he bought in. So he's making profit because he just made a decision. And now he's paying attention. And then I had another guy who was in California, who I did a consultation with, and he's like, how do I get to one Bitcoin? I gave him the strategy about how to get to one Bitcoin, but then I said, well, here's an extra part of a strategy where basically you can get to 2 Bitcoin just as easy as you can get to 1 with his current particular situation. So I told him, why don't you do these 2 strategies instead of just the 1? Go for 2 instead of 1. So everybody's situation is slightly different, and you do have to have a strategy going into it. But if you just pay attention to this stuff, it clears things up a lot more. So this bearish case scenario is something that I think 75% of the market is no longer believing in. So, anyways,
in order for this price to take a serious drop, all the people who just bought in would have to be selling. There would have to be a massive sell-off.
Yeah.
A massive sell-off, okay?
And that's where you look at volume, right? So when you look at volume on the weekly, like we've had a little bit of sell-off here, but it's mainly been buying since the middle of February, just buying, right? So there will be some red candles coming up, but I don't see that crashing it down that far. Like I said here, we get up to a top and then we have a normal, healthy correction. And you don't want to be waiting 2 months to buy in. You want to get skin in the game, and then you want to make sure that you pay attention to this and get out into Tether when you need to. But then that will help you to learn how to accumulate Bitcoin faster through these fluctuations, because 2019 is the best year to accumulate and cultivate crypto.
Yep.
And if you just pay attention once a week and you play these 60-day cycles, which are these red and or basically these green arrows here. If you just play those cycles and you just watch for when it peaks and then when it goes down in a normal correction. But overall, I mean, if it follows what happened in 2015, there's potential by the end of the year for at least at some point, maybe not exactly in this timing, but to get up to 8,000, 9,000, and then it crashes down again. And so if you're in this ride up, you're making money. And then, if you know what you're doing and you're following this as we go about the year, and then you sell into Tether, and then you buy back in here, and you just hit not the absolute highs, not the absolute lows, but you play the game on a weekly and bi-monthly basis. That's how you will accumulate and cultivate crypto. Simple as that. If you want to know more, hit me up. I'll give you a face-to-face personal consultation with your situation exactly. But that's what we're doing.
How do they find you?
Go to cultivatecrypto.com. I have my email there, which is charlie@cultivatecrypto.com.
That's CHARLIE.
Exactly.
At cultivatecrypto.com.
Perfect.
And I just want to throw in my 2 cents. Like, Charlie's the logic guy. I'm the emotion guy, and so I personally just analyzing what I've been through. I've been in Bitcoin since 2016. Okay, I'm not a super veteran, but
yeah, it's in Bitcoin, like, 1 month is like a fucking year, right? With how much stuff is building and going crazy in this space.
I'm gonna get a lot more heart palpitations this year. But I think personally, okay, mark it here. I think we're gonna go north of 10,000 this year.
Yeah, I think
in
it's
2019,
definitely possible.
I think we're going north of 10,000 again.
Yeah.
So get your crayons out, as Steve Dean says. Get your crayons out, take some notes, write it down. On April 24th, I said we're going north of $10,000. That's my personal prediction. So if you want to double your money by the end of the year, just throw down a little bit on Bitcoin. I just think, is it a risk? Yes. Could you lose all your money? Theoretically, yes. But if you look at the science and you look at the psychology of human nature and you look at the growing contempt for governments and banks and the growing awareness of people, more and more people now, wars are just for money. And the people financing these wars are governments and banks.
Our tax-paying dollars.
Right, and then when the dollars come from the fake Fed, which is like not even real money, it's fiat money. So more and more people are waking up to this stuff. So if you believe that this stuff is waking up, this is an opportunity for you to make some money. And, Charlie and I rode it to the top in 2017. We both didn't get out on time. He saved his holdings though.
Yeah, I saved my holdings. I made.
He
some
didn't
profits.
lose money. He made money and kept it.
Yep.
But he didn't take money at the tip top, and not many people did.
Yeah. Anybody who says, I took it out on December 14th, 2017 at 12 p.m. or whatever, whatever. I doubt it.
Those are also the guys who have the anonymous accounts on Twitter who's like, I'm a multimillionaire. I only have sex with supermodels, and my dick is like this big, and I live in a massive mansion. I'm a solid 10. Just fucking dorks. Shit. But at the end of the day, if you're a logical man, if you're a rational male, all right? If you're a rational male, clearly analyze this situation. And basically, Donald Trump said this in The Art of the Deal, which I truly live and die by this motto. Calculate the worst case scenario that can happen if you were to invest into anything.
Yep.
And if you can live with the worst case scenario, do it.
Exactly.
It's worth the chance.
Yep. Be willing to lose it all, whatever you put in.
Yeah. Fail forward, and you'll be able to do it 150%.
So, like you said, there's so many signs out there of why we're in a bull market, why we're trending up, and why that's going to continue.
Yep.
So let's look at those.
Let's take a look at the chat real quick, see if we got any questions, because we have some other dudes.
Oops, where do we go here?
On the live chat.
The live chat's here, right?
Yeah,
I gotta switch it over to that. That's right.
Okay. Real quick. Okay. Jay Constant, welcome. And I'm very happy to see 32 people in here.
This one's important, I think, too.
So, Jay Constant, can we expect BTC going below 5K anytime soon? Short answer, no.
Well, short answer, no.
Short answer, no.
I'll give you a long answer, but probably you need to talk or watch my show.
Yeah. Joe says, so Bitcoin, is that specific coin you suggest? Yes, 150,000%.
It is the king of all cryptocurrency.
It is the pimp. All the rest of the market is Bitcoin's bitch.
Exactly.
Okay, there's Bitcoins, okay? There's Bitcoin, and everything else in our crypto cool guy world, we call them shit coins. Exactly. Okay? Because there's Bitcoin and there's everybody else.
Yeah, and what do people use shit coins for? To get more Bitcoin.
Yep.
So
trading in and out. KP says, do you guys know anything about how to minimize taxes on Bitcoin earnings? You can only get taxed if you take the money out into fiat in the United States.
yes, and actually, one of the guys who watches my show asked that question. So either tomorrow or Friday, I'm gonna do a whole show on crypto taxes. So
Yeah.
come go to Cultivate Crypto on YouTube and subscribe.
Masculine Mentality, our local 17-year-old genius, says, just an exchange that doesn't keep you free and independent is a contradiction to the whole point of Bitcoin. Exactly.
Precisely. Yep.
Tony S., thanks for the info. Switching to Bread Wallet. Beautiful. Atrocious. Speculation is not investing. Wonderful. Great idea. Greg B. just threw $500 into Bitcoin from Bread Wallet. Congratulations. You're going to be rich. Lou says, okay, set up Bread Wallet. Joe, I'm fucking buying. I just got the app. I just want to know which do you suggest?
Yeah,
Bitcoin.
Bitcoin.
As a beginner, just put 1,000 in and leave it alone. Forget about it until you hear on the news that it's gone into space.
Exactly.
Good advice, Adam.
Yeah, pretty good.
Molotov's in the house. What's going on, dude? It's possible 10K, but I don't think so. Well, I'll bet you one Bitcoin. I think it's going to 10K this year. Audio Talks, yo. Jay Constant, thanks. Yahoo! What's up, man? Exodus Wallet is the one I use. I don't know what the fuck Exodus Wallet is, but I do know what Bread Wallet is. What does your shirt say? Does that say Bread Wallet on there too?
Baby.
This is the official sponsor of the one and only cryptocurrency show in the manosphere. The only call-in cryptocurrency show in the world so far that we know of. If not, we're the first.
And we've been getting some good questions, so call in with those questions.
Call in.
Also,
call in with your questions right now. 657-383-1318. We got you. Molotov, I'll bet you one Bitcoin by the end of the year that Bitcoin is going to hit 10,000. It's going to go at least 10,000 by the end of this year. I've got the feeling. My intuition. My intuition is just telling me. I don't know. I trust my intuition.
Yeah, and I think you're pretty good with like macro or long-term trend changes.
Yeah,
I think that's kind of your strong suit. With
it should have bottomed out by now if it was trash. It should have gone south of 3,000.
Yeah, it's been getting a lot of support.
It held strong. I mean, dudes in Africa are using Bitcoin. People in like all these third world countries are using it as an economic equalizer. And I'm telling you that I think, 2018 sucked. 2018 for Bitcoin was garbage.
Yeah, of course.
If you weren't shorting your way to the bottom like you did and got a bunch of coins, it sucked. I was lucky to make a few moves, and I changed a little bit of Bitcoin into a lot of Bitcoin just because obviously under Charlie's tutelage I was able to do that, and just keeping it on the news and just having a little bit of common sense.
Common sense is probably the most important aspect.
That being
Just
said,
don't freak out.
I think by the end of the year. What do you think? Do you think we're going to go 10,000 this year?
My personal prediction is 7,500 to 9,500 by the end of this year at some point. When exactly within this year that happens is probably good. My guess would be between October and December. And then a dip towards the beginning of the year. And around early spring, May-ish next year.
Yeah.
Then we go above 10,000, probably 11, 12,000 at that point. So even if, your prediction is a little bit delayed into the first quarter of next year.
Yeah.
Or at the end of the first quarter next year, it's going to happen sooner rather than later anyways.
Yep. And it's good because the halvening is occurring. This is a pretty rare occurrence. When's the next halvening after
Every 4 years.
So after 2020, it's going to be in 2024?
Yeah.
So,
and then it'll go from 6.25 Bitcoin to 3 whatever,
3.1.
Yeah, I'm not good with maths.
Don't say that on camera.
No, I told these guys before, I fucking hate math, but I figured it out so I can make fucking money. I figure out how to punch these machines and make them do the work for me.
No, I'm just joking. So,
but anyways, we've been talking for an hour. We haven't even gotten to the subject.
Let's get to this because we've just been having a good old time. But I think overall it's informational for you guys.
Oh, hell yeah.
I think it's
Well,
good.
I think we got a lot of new guys in here too. So
Definitely. So let's go into the actual hard science of why we believe that we have entered the bull market.
All right. So we got a lot of good information on tap. So one of the reasons why this pattern here is probably incorrect is because when you look in a downtrend, an ABC correction, needs to be in a basically three waves, ABC, ABC, and then a 5-wave to end it, which would be here on the weekly. We would have the A, B, the A, B, and C for the A wave, and then we'd have 3 waves down.
Let's go back to that picture and let's explain it a little bit slower.
All right,
so
cool.
If you're gonna have a downtrend, okay, there are 3 parts. As you see on the far left here, there's A, B, C. So there's 3 parts.
There's the macro.
There's the macro, which is capital A, capital B, and capital C. And under these segments of capital A, capital B, capital C, there are micro segments, and that is signified here by the lowercase a, then the lowercase b, and the lowercase c. So that first little segment is known as a wave.
Exactly, an Elliott wave.
Okay, this is a wave based on the Elliott wave trajectory of reading charts, right? So the ABC wave, the first one, goes up. The second wave goes down. And then the third one has 5 stages in which it is going up.
Right, and there are multiple trends on this, but this is the one that would fit with what we have seen in the current stage, right? So we have the 3 waves up into the A, we have 3 waves down into the B, and then we have 5 waves potentially up into the C. So it looks like it could fit, right? But the C is way the fuck up here, the A is way the fuck down here, and in this particular type of ABC downtrend, which they call a running flat, usually, well, not usually, always, this is called a 3-3-5 ABC correction, and this 5 wave up for the C does not reach even the top of A, whereas here we have obviously blasted past it. So this is why I basically just made this chart to be devil's advocate, but it is not likely, so let's just take it off the screen here. Now, this is fucking hilarious. But here's a man named Peter Brandt who's been, he's a multimillionaire trader in the States, who's been trading for over 25 years in all sorts of stuff from the stock market.
We got a caller.
We got a caller? Okay. Which area code?
257. Hold on there, 257. Let me hook you up to the Bluetooth here. One second.
I have a feeling it's Molotov. He's going to come and tell us his TA.
He calls from a different area code.
Oh, really?
Hold on. All right, 257. You there? Or 256?
Hey, how's it going, John?
Hey, what's going on? Is this Jesse?
Yep, one and only.
What up, man? How you doing?
Shit, dude, listening to your show driving down the road.
Nice.
I started a business a couple of years ago, and one of my hobbies is trying to find ways to pay the least amount of money in taxes while getting the most money back, right? So I just want to throw this out here to you guys, that want to, make money with this stuff but are worried about taxes. And this is what I'm going to talk to my accountant about when I get back. So what I'm thinking about doing is setting up a DBA under my main company that mines crypto, which is, in this modern time, is not very profitable, but it's not super costly, right? Don't cost you a shitload of money, but it will cost you a little bit to offset any profits that you make doing your strategy of buying and selling. And it turns your, whatever room you use, the square footage of the room, you can apply that against your mortgage or your rent, and that also turns into a tax deduction.
So he at least knows, he obviously knows about crypto. His name is Jesse?
Yeah.
Hi, Jesse. So yeah, you obviously know about crypto because, like you said, it's not the best return on investment for mining at the moment, especially if you're mining Bitcoin. Are you looking into a particular altcoin or alternative cryptocurrency other than Bitcoin because it would be easier to mine than Bitcoin?
Oh, you're kind of breaking up there,
like
buddy.
like a hobby, like you said. Oh yeah, fucking heels, man. But
Go ahead.
just kind of like doing it as a hobby on the side right now.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I would say, it's definitely good for your crypto education. So you're not going to be down anything. You definitely learn a lot, that's for sure. If you have good deals on electricity, then it might be worth it. But for Bitcoin in particular, I think it'll be pretty hard to turn a profit. There's basically four ways to earn crypto. The first is mining, second is buying and holding, third is trading, and fourth is earning. Earning is kind of far out in the future. People aren't really doing that so much right now, but you still can. Mining was profitable up until 2014, 15-ish. Right now, buying and holding or trading are probably the best use cases in terms of how to cultivate and make crypto at the moment. So I would say that would be easier than dumping a lot of money into mining. But hey, you seem to know your stuff on crypto as well, because like you said, the return on investment might not be as good as it used to be. So I wouldn't discourage it. I would say, yeah, if it's a hobby and it helps you learn about crypto, that's definitely a plus.
Yeah, and then I would just say, just from I would just say from a common sense standpoint, it is not a bad thing to start learning and getting knowledgeable about cryptocurrency in general, because the average person is completely uneducated on this stuff.
Exactly.
They're completely uneducated on this stuff. So that'll give you leverage in business. It'll give you leverage in a lot of things, man. And I think overall getting knowledge about cryptocurrency is overall the greatest asset you can acquire in this entire situation, aside from boatloads of cash.
Yeah, absolutely. Like the part I'm looking at is not the profit from the mining itself, because that's horribly unprofitable. But what I'm looking at is taking, like, say, that room, using that part of like, say, your rent or your mortgage, part of your power, any improvements to your house, it all becomes tax deductions down the road. So that's the down the road aspect that I was looking at.
That's kind of interesting. Yeah, I like that train of thought. Yeah, if you can include it as a tax deduction and your accountant, knows how to do that exactly, then it's a win-win.
But listen, Jesse, thanks for calling in. Keep listening.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to learn a lot here. We're going to continue to give more evidence as to why the next Bitcoin bull market has just started. So sit tight. You're going to learn something. And I appreciate you calling in, man. Thank you so much.
All right, man. Take it easy.
See ya.
Thanks, man.
That's our good man, Jesse.
Yeah, good stuff. Sounds like he's taking action.
He's a smart guy. He's a veteran, former deputy sheriff. Seen some shit. Guy same age as us, 30s. He's a good guy.
Good stuff. So yeah, we're in. We haven't even started to hit the tip of the iceberg on the subject. So
fuck it. Let's just keep going.
Well, yeah, no, I love it, and especially if we get more callers. Like I don't mind, deviating and going down this road, because all of this information, which you're gonna see today, a year from now, you'd be like, why the fuck did I not listen to these guys? Or if you are listening now, or if you just disregarded us and decided, oh, I don't want to listen for 1 hour on, basically the best money-making opportunity for the next 5 years, well then, tough shit,
Yep.
We don't, it is what it is. So
we'll send you official bread wallet tissue to drive up all those tears.
those salty tears. So yeah, Peter Brandt, like I was saying, is a genius trader. He's a very smart man. He gets a lot of hate on on Twitter, because he just tells it as it is. When it's going down, like at the end of 2017, he started saying, "Hey, Bitcoin price doesn't look so hot right now," and everybody gave him so much salt because everybody wanted the price to continue going up. But he's an honest man, good guy, and knows his fucking shit. So. Besides this meme here of Megatron doing something with his dick,
is that is Megatron?
I don't know what the hell it is. Some sort of transformer, but not one that they probably put on TV. But anyways, Peter Brandt, he's a smart guy. He says either from December 2018 low, actually I won't even read this, but basically he's looking at an analog comparing what happened in 2015 to what's happening now, from the last high in 2014. to the bear market low in 2015. So if you look at the similar price points he puts here in 10 points on both of these charts, you can see that Bitcoin in December hit a similar pattern of those 10 points before. Then it goes basically on this parabolic bull run, which happened from 2015 through 2017. And so he's basically saying, history doesn't repeat, but it rhymes pretty damn well. And so it looks like we have that going. Then
10,000 by the end of the year, fuckers. You heard it from me first.
Exactly.
Charlie said 9,500. This is like the price is right.
I said 7,500 to 9,500. Yeah.
I said 10,000.
Yeah. And so then you look at this chart here that he puts up, and you can see a 10A and 10B. So you can see there was a high here, and then it broke back down, and then it went back up again. So it went up, kind of down for a bit, went back up, and then broke down and retested that low. So we have a chance. What he's basically saying is we have a high now, we break down a little bit, kind of like in the mid 4,000s. So Molotov, you're not too far off. And then we break back up and we break back down, and then eventually retest that 3,600 area. And then we just fucking go to the moon from there. Then there's this parabolic move here that on this chart would look more like that, which would make 10,000 look like almost nothing to get to.
I would be thrilled if it went down to 3,000.
Yeah, exactly. And
thrilled.
that's how most people feel right now, which is what I call just reading the market sentiment, the market feeling.
Yeah.
There's so many people who are like, I want them $3,000 Bitcoins or those $4,000 Bitcoins. I really want it to go lower. That means there are more buyers than sellers, and people want a discount, which means Bitcoin usually just gives everybody the middle finger and says, I'm going up, baby.
Yeah.
So, no better time than the present. But you can look at Peter Brand on April 7th, put this information out. Take a look at that if you will. Then we also have some interesting happenings here. Charlie Lee pointed out that TD Ameritrade, which is a giant financial institution, is testing on their testnet. You can see here Litecoin to US dollar for buying and selling.
Yep.
And Bitcoin and Litecoin on its brokerage platform. This would mean that, any broker, anybody who uses TD Ameritrade as their broker, which is usually people who have shit tons of money, want to be buying Bitcoin. TD Ameritrade is trending in that direction. They're testing it. Their engineers are working on it right now. Once they got it foolproof, and once Bitcoin is kind of in a safe zone, where people aren't freaking out about the price going down, then these financial institutions are going to be taking these things live. So that right there, probably when Bitcoin hits around 10 to 12,000, that's when you get these financial institutions saying, all right, green button, give me my money.
Yeah, because they're very risk averse of themselves. Because
Yeah.
a lot of these banking people, they don't even understand what Bitcoin is. They don't understand anything. They're like, oh, it's like it's like a devout Christian follower. Like, if I don't understand it, it's the devil. It's like Bobby Boucher's mom from fucking Waterboy.
I love it.
She's like, I want to. Who invented electricity? I invented electricity because Benjamin Franklin's the fucking devil. And that's the same thing. Like, the government's lie to you, the banks lie to you. The government's like, hey, we want to implant this chip into your neck, and you can't buy anything or do anything without this chip. It's because terrorists are coming to kill you.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yep.
It's for your safety. Same thing with the banks. Listen, if the banks actually gave a shit about us, they wouldn't fucking export all the call center jobs to all those people in India. God bless you fuckers in India. I don't give a shit. What I'm just saying is, like, if you cared about your own people, you wouldn't be selling them out. But, they're selling us out.
Oh, they just want the money.
They don't care. They don't give a shit. So that's what they're saying. When you have the IMF, okay? When you have the IMF coming out and making an active statement against cryptocurrency, okay? You don't attack something that's not a threat.
Exactly.
Okay? If a little 3-year-old came here and was like, hey, I'm going to fucking kill you, I'd be like, who are you? Like, okay, get away from me, kid.
I like this kid, but he's crazy.
I would just disregard it, right? I would just be like, okay, this is a little kid, whatever, right? If a big fucking Brock Lesnar sized motherfucker is like, hey, dude, I'm going to kill you, I'd be like, shit. Guys, Brock Lesnar is a bad guy. You should not. You should stay away from this guy. He's going to fucking kill you. And that's exactly what's happening. They are addressing cryptocurrency because it is a threat. We are in the midst of a global financial technological revolution.
Yep.
And it is happening. Literally, we know the guy who's making millions of dollars off of it. Not to mention our boy CZ from fucking Binance, who's making billions of dollars off of it. We know Roger with Bitcoin Cash. God knows how much fucking
he made
hundreds of millions.
Oh, yeah.
Hundreds of millions. It's not like, hey, I got a scratch off and I won $25. I think this is the fucking future. Like, there is some serious cash being had right now.
And usually those guys, right, they've been in the game between 2011 at least and 2014, somewhere in there. So they've seen these cycles play out, right? So a lot of people who are just seeing it for the first time, they're the ones who are freaking out. But the guys who've seen it multiple times, they're the ones who know how this shit works. They know how to make money with it. And they're the ones who are going to basically solve the problems and make a lot of the money on this stuff. So they were the innovators, and they still are.
Yep.
So, yeah, let's move on. And then we have here another bit of information, which will just show you how bullish it is. Basically, Rakuten, if you don't know, is Japanese Amazon. It's a massive company here in Japan. They run the e-commerce.
They sponsor the Golden State Warriors.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, they bought sponsorship to the Golden State Warriors. I believe, they've been just spending so much money. The guy, the CEO, he went to meet Adam Silver, the commissioner of the NBA.
Oh, wow.
And they let him hold the NBA trophy. And then I think he went over to the MLB commissioner, and he was just like, went on a tour, just wanted to like go and meet all the top guys in sports in America.
Oh, wow.
And then he goes over to the Golden State Warriors because he knows they're a huge team. I mean, the best team there is right now.
You think he went with Robert Kraft to like one of those,
Well, maybe when he was in Florida, yeah, probably. I like it. But that was perfect. So, yeah, he probably did. So he had a good old time when he was in America. He speaks English pretty good, actually, too. He makes all his companies speak English because he knows.
But Rakuten is the Japanese Amazon.
It's the Japanese Amazon. And so here, basically, they are going to be the 17th company in Japan which will be allowed to have an exchange.
An exchange is where you can buy
and sell
cryptocurrency. So you put in cash. If you want to go get yourself some Bitcoins, you can go to Rakuten. But it's not as good as Bread Wallet because they will still have the authority to lock you down. They will have one button push.
Yep, you have to have a Rakuten bank account. So they're just getting into the e-cash as much as possible because that's where they know it's going, but they're trying to be a bank.
And they're targeting normies.
Oh, hell yeah.
There's a lot of normies in Japan.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's the majority of the population.
Well, that's racist.
That's not racist.
No, I know. I just wanted to say that just because that's like the default argument for everything these days.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
But no, definitely not racist. But the Japanese are like lemmings. They're very predictable.
Yeah.
And if an authority says to do something, they believe it. And Rakuten, let me tell you something. The Japanese are experts in financial extortion. And if these fuckers are going to get into the crypto game, there is money to be made.
Yeah, and Rakuten's a smart company because there's a few Japanese companies that decided to do it at the top of the bull market. Bad idea.
Yeah.
Right? They did it too late. Rakuten's doing this when everybody is fearful, which is the best time because, they're smarter than the other ones. But anyways.
It's getting cheap, basically.
Yeah, it's getting discounted. And anything between basically, 3,000 to 6,000 is a massive discount right now in Bitcoin. So this Eric Voorhees guy, he's a great guy to follow. He knows a lot of stuff about crypto. He's one of the innovators. You can basically see here, followed by me, Cultivate Crypto. So I like this guy. But anyways, he's tweeting so much stuff that they're starting to make news articles on his tweets because he's so knowledgeable and good information. But anyways, you should read this article as well if you're into cryptocurrency news. Basically, there could be another global recession coming, and he's mentioning Bitcoin as a potential safe haven asset for a lot of people for many different reasons. We won't get into it here, but that's also a pretty bullish outlook. So go follow him. Then we have this company here. which allows you to shop with Bitcoin on Amazon or any other e-commerce site in the world. So Amazon does not accept cryptocurrency, but this group of people do not give a shit. This is called a startup called Moon, and they're making a way for it with the Lightning Network, which makes Litecoin move faster. Bitcoin move faster. Yeah, thanks for catching that.
It's all good.
Basically, they will go behind the scenes, and they'll make it look like the merchants will actually receive dollars, but you'll go through this service in order to pay with Bitcoin anywhere on the internet. So a lot of people have been wondering, oh, when is Amazon going to accept crypto? When are they going to do it? It doesn't matter anymore. We can bypass that. So that's also very bullish with use cases of being able to spend and companies not actually being able to stop you from paying in crypto. Then this is really the core of one of the subjects for today, which is why we're so bullish. So this man, Willy Woo, who also I follow, is an innovator and very smart man when it comes to cryptocurrency.
Is he Korean?
I don't remember.
Wu is a Korean last name.
He's Asian.
Wu is Korean last name, so it might be
Makes
Korean.
sense. But yeah,
They got crypto fever in Korea.
Yeah. They're like probably they love computers, man. Like all the children there are just like only in the screen all day, every day.
Yeah, bro, fucking Zerg Rush all day.
So yeah, just fucking great stuff. He's a very knowledgeable man, but he's surveyed all of the notable influencers, traders, and so forth.
We're not on this list yet, but we will. Charlie will be in the future.
Yeah,
Mark my words.
This guy here, what's his fucking name? Carp.com. I don't follow this guy because this guy's had some really bad calls. But I can't believe he's on the list. But whatever, he has a lot of followers. So we're going to go past that guy first. That's our target. So here we have 20 people, including this guy, Mike Novogratz, who you may have seen on CNBC. He's a genius macro trader.
Yep.
And he owns Galaxy Digital. Eric Voorhees, which I mentioned before, and so forth and so on. These guys are all guys you should pay attention to anyhow. And there are 20 of them, and 15 out of 20 of them say that there's at least a 70% chance we're in a bull market right now. So if that doesn't tell you something, the majority of the people who know the most about crypto are saying we are in a bull market.
What about our boy Andre? Is he on there, on top list?
No, because he's not a trader. He doesn't make price calls.
Okay,
He
cool,
just is
cool,
a technical
cool.
guy. But you got here, these guys, Tone Vase, Vinny Lingham, which this guy is kind of nuts, to be honest. He is a little bit shady. And then this Lucid Investment, which Tyler Jenks is just full of. Yeah, he has this hyperwave theory, which doesn't work.
Sounds like a final attack in a fucking Japanese video game.
Yeah, pretty much, right? So anyways, these guys down here are still a little bit bearish, but from Peter Brandt on up, they are bullish. And, Peter Brandt's a very conservative trader. So he even says 50% chance Bitcoin goes to 50K. So that's pretty conservative. Ooh, why did I press that?
I don't know.
So 25% chance we established, a prolonged trading period. That means we're going up. And then there's a 25% chance we go to zero. Thanks to all who participated, which is kind of funny. But basically, he's giving a 75% chance that, we're going up from here. So all these guys who know their shit, know we're going up. We got this guy here, which is hilarious. I called the bottom when this happened. Somebody that he was talking to said, basically, they texted him here, for Bitcoin, it was an expensive lottery ticket, a gamble. After a year, I paid attention, and it doesn't seem to be going anywhere. And there's billions of dollars in losses. So they sold out right at this point here in December, just before the low. And then we've only been going up since then.
Oh, Lord.
So normies are going to norm.
Normies out here, Norman, stinking up the world with their normie-dom.
Yeah, so if you want the details, go to Willy Woo and see that survey there. Then we have this man named Tur Demeester, who actually I'm going to meet in New York City on 3 weeks from now. There's going to be a lot of crypto conferences, which I'm going to, and I'm going to one that's a private event held by him and a few other people, including Peter Brandt. But anyways, I'm going to go talk to these guys face to face. And this guy is started a company called Adamant Capital. And if you just want the basics, you should go and watch this video here, which is Bitcoin in heavy accumulation. Are you buying? Or
Institutions buying. Are you?
exactly.
Yeah.
I just was kind of glazing over it.
It's cool.
It's a little bit of a heavy video. You may have to watch it 2 or 3 times, but it's 10 minutes and it's very easy. Or you can go and download this Bitcoin heavy accumulation and actually read the 18-page document about why we're going up. But the key thing is in 2012 they published a similar thing, and 2015, which were both bottoms after a bull market, and in each of those
bottoms meaning the lowest price.
Right. And so basically when Bitcoin is undervalued, during these periods, they say Bitcoin is right now undervalued. In those 2 years, they were right. Bitcoin was very undervalued at that time too. And so this is basically why they believe the current bear market, or the bear market which had been happening, is basically at an end. And we have right now in 2019 an exceptional value for new investors. So basically, they're saying the same thing as me. 3,000 to 6,500 is a discount this year. After that, we're going up. You can look at the details on why we have a lot of parallels with 2014, 2015, blah, 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 blah. But basically, the whales, the people who have the most money in crypto and, are basically institutional smart money, they are accumulating, they are buying in 2019.
And then there was recently $100 million dropped into Bitcoin.
Yeah.
In an internet minute, people forget, but we did the show 2 weeks ago, and somebody dropped it's not like, hey,
2 hours, yeah.
Hey, I got $5, let's buy some Bitcoin, buddy. Like, it's $100 million. If I gave anybody in the audience $100 million, some of you guys would die from just fucking living that crazy party dude lifestyle. You'd overdose on alcohol or drugs or strippers or all of the above, crash a Ferrari, whatever. $100 million is a lot of money. And somebody recently was just, the news journalists, they're a bunch of losers, right? They just were like, this is probably just a scam, right? People are investing into this shit, okay? And it's not like, hey, you got $10. I got $10. Hey, let's buy some Bitcoin. It's like
you can do that.
You can,
but these guys are the players, real players, right?
Somebody dropped $100 million. Okay, that's a lot of fucking zeros, boys. All right, get your crayons out. Write that on a piece of paper.
Yeah.
That's fucking 8 zeros of money.
Yeah.
Okay. Somebody did that. This is not a poor person. Poor people don't have access to this money, okay?
You can buy a stadium with $100 million. This person just wants to buy Bitcoin.
You could buy multiple stadiums for $100 million, especially in, Canada, where sports,
I was going to say, not an NFL one, but,
You probably buy
college basketball stadium.
You could probably buy, the Jags stadium for $100 million. It's pretty shitty. But, that being said, look, bottom line, the action, guys. Okay, be very critical here. Be very critical of what I'm going to say. Okay?
That's good.
Who has more money? Smart people or stupid people? Okay? It's pretty honest, right? Smart people typically have more money, right? If you just put it on a bell curve, you put it on the IQ, smart people have more money. Okay? Somebody took $100 million, and even if it's 100 people who have $1 million each, which I doubt it's that large.
No.
Okay? Even if it's 10 people, that's still $10 million each, okay? None of you guys know it. Well, I do, because I know fucking Adam. But you know Adam. Yeah. But most of you guys, you don't know anybody who has millions of dollars to their name. Okay, that's how high level this shit is. And these fuckers, 2 weeks ago, they understand how normies act, right? More people are paying attention to Kim Kardashian's photoshopped ass than they are to cryptocurrency right now. They know,
which is pretty fucking sad.
Hey,
but whatever.
I'll dry up them tears with them fucking give me some of them bread wallet tissues, baby. I'll dry up them tears all the way to the digital bank, baby. I'll cry for the fucking masses. But
while you're rolling in it,
yeah. At the end of the day, this is smart money, and somebody out there took $100 million and invested not in Ethereum, not in Bitcoin Cash, not in fucking Binance,
Okay, not in Litecoin, in Bitcoin. And now we're having multiple points here. And I'm telling you, I've just got a gut instinct feeling that this is the beginning of a bull run that will probably last until end of next year.
Oh, longer than that. Definitely longer than that. I think 2021, 2022, somewhere in there is when it tops out. So you can probably double your money within a year. You can probably, 4 or 5 times your money, or no, actually 10 to 20 times your money within 2 years. And then within 3 to 4 years, you don't even need to then think about how many times it is, because it's definitely an asymmetric bet, meaning the risk of going from 5,000 to 0 is a lot less than going from 5,000 to 300,000, right?
Yeah.
So, do the math. Obviously, that risk has plenty of upside.
And just think of the future too, okay? We're 33. 2 years, we'll be 35. Let me tell you something. I'm, heart palpitations from pre-workout aside, I'm a pretty healthy guy. And believe you me, my spirits will be higher if I got a couple mil.
Yeah.
And when you're 35, a lot of you guys watching are younger. A lot of you guys are watching are younger. Okay, this shit is happening.
Yeah, and they're the ones who are going to be driving it. The young generation, they're the ones who are going to be eating this shit up because they know it's the future. They don't have to be told it. They instinctively know it generally more than somebody who's in their 50s and 60s, right?
Right.
So
in 2 years, you'll still be young. It's just gonna be, are you part of the in crowd who don't have Bitcoins, or are you part of the out crowd, which is us? That's why there's only fucking 30-something people watching this, but there's 100 million people watching Kim Kardashian's ugly ass on fucking social media, right?
And Kylie Jenner and all that bullshit.
Fuck Kylie Jenner. All right.
Exactly.
So that's what we're saying. This is the time to get in. All the signs are there. If you don't get in, a big LOL at you.
Exactly. And here's a few more signs if you don't believe us quite yet. Look at this shit. So this Blocktown Capital is still a relatively small company, but this video here is amazing.
Make it full time. Make it full screen. Full screen. Yeah.
Here we go. So ROI, return on investment of stocks from 2009 to 2019. So when Bitcoin was created in 2009, right? Versus Bitcoin, which they don't even count from when it was created. They just count from 2013 when people started paying attention to it. So the last 6 years versus the last 10 years, ROI stock, you can see Nvidia, Expedia, Netflix, Amazon, Apple, right? At the start of this video, let's see what happens over the course of 1 minute, which will show you 10 years of data. Fucking fast.
Lululemon, man. Selling girls stuff is so easy. Girls are so dumb. Fucking Lululemon's $30 for a pair of socks.
Netflix, everybody wants to.
Netflix, I can
there.
understand.
Oh, yeah.
Netflix, I can understand.
It's great. But they just want, Apple, there you go. Salesforce,
good company. Apple used to be a good company.
Yeah.
There's Bitcoin.
Bitcoin coming up.
There it is. That's
you motherfuckers.
Woo, buddy. Ooh, buddy.
That's in 2014, right?
2014. And
these takes a little breather.
Lululemon comes up, then Netflix comes up. And this is in 100. What is this, 2000? The price?
We'll go into that after this.
Okay.
But this is percentage ROI, I think.
Okay.
And yeah, it's 2017 went on a fucking tear, just fucking killed everything. It doesn't even look close.
So Bitcoin's at 50,000.
Look, in the last bear market, it's still crushing. And then it just starts all over again. But come on.
So what do those numbers indicate here?
So I believe that is percentage in gain from 2013 to 2019 for Bitcoin.
So a 37,000 percentage increase.
Yeah, exactly at that point there, and it got up to 50,000 at some point right around here.
Yeah, 55. Jesus.
I think in if you look at December 2017 or
130.
Yeah.
What I saw right there, yeah.
Right there, yeah. And then Netflix here over a measly 4,000. Still these percentages are great in the stock market, right? But holy shit, man, this crypto game is where the money is fucking at. That's all I gotta say.
Let's check the chat and see what these guys are up to. Let's see.
King Nick.
Let me see.
All right. Oh yeah. There we go.
All right. So let's see what my boys got. Tony S says, "You guys are awesome. I love this show. We're gonna be rich, boys. Yes, we are. Foosball. That's a Bobby. Super Gecko 8. What's up? Welcome. Sir, please me, alt bags are dying. Willie was born and raised in New Zealand, but I guarantee you with a name like Wu, he's of Korean descent for sure. Willie Wu is from New Zealand. They have a gambling fever in Korea. Yes, they do. He's awesome. Follow him. He says 95% certainty the bottom is in. Of course, Mike Novogratz would be a perma bull. Hey.
Yeah.
Mike Novogratz has more money than you, guy.
Hey, he made a shit ton on Ethereum.
And Tone Vase is bearish as fuck as usual. Fuck Tone Vase.
Hey, yeah, I don't really like him that much, but he is smart on some things.
Nah, I shouldn't say it. He's just kind of a dweeb.
Yeah.
He's not.
He's very much a dude. If you ever see him trying to pick on chicks, like hit up on chicks, he's terrible.
That's why I cringe.
It's hilarious.
That's why I cringe. God bless him. Tone Vase, book a consultation. I'll help you out, buddy. I'll help you get some crypto babes.
I'm embarrassed until Novogratz capitulates.
I'm embarrassed until Novogratz capitulates.
I like it.
Laughing my fucking ass off, Molotov. Just remember to exit all cryptos whenever CNBC Brian Kelly recommends longing XRP and national TV.
Yep.
Oh, I need Ripple to go up. Peter calling multiple tops and then deleting tweets in 2017 though.
Yeah, I've been people accuse him of that a lot, and
Who's Peter?
Peter Brandt, the guy.
Okay.
People accuse him of that a lot, but actually, I get information that's outside of Twitter that he gives out, and he's very, very consistent actually. And I have areas which he cannot delete that I've seen data on. So yeah, people hate him, people love him, either or, but it doesn't mean he's not smart. So anyways.
So, welcome to Clown World, says Big Chungus. I don't know what that means.
Probably on the Kylie Jenner and Kardashian bullshit.
Oh, God. I would love to see them get vaporized by lightning. Yes, King Nick, you can always count on the MSM for your counter trades. Yeah, exactly. Molotov's going in now. He says, Tur is also awesome. Correct, Charlie. Top is around 2022 to 2023. Interesting.
Yep.
12 to 15K by the end of 2020. Interesting.
Easily.
I think it'll be way higher. Be patient. Great info, guys. Yeah, no,
awesome.
Molotov knows his shit. He's in the money game. So
Yep.
Let's keep going back to more evidence we have here, Charlie.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to drown people out with evidence. Go back one. This guy's a retard. That's why I wanted to show that one. So yeah, let's stay there, and then let's go to the retard next. There we go. Okay, so you beat me to it. Here's Gary the numbers guy.
We make fun of this guy in the Manosphere.
Oh, really? I just heard of him today. It's my first time I've ever seen him.
So many people follow this retard.
Really? Okay. No,
oh, my God.
This guy tweeted this thing today. I just thought it was the stupidest thing I've ever fucking seen. So I had to mention it today just to show basically what normies are thinking right now. So
oh, my God.
That's hilarious. I didn't even know that.
This guy is
retarded.
Fully missing a chromosome.
Oh, hell yeah.
Fully missing a chromosome.
I'm going to show you the top of his crypto, or top of his Twitter next. If you look at the top of his Twitter, how he talks about himself, I think he's like, I don't know, he has something wrong.
Duh, he believes...
Multiple screws loose.
He believes in numerology, of course. Yes. Look at his profile. The numerologist, astrologer, handicapper, teacher,
that's what I wanted to mention. Yeah.
Called 10 straight NBA finals. Who could? I mean, yeah, it's gonna be the Cavs or the fucking Golden State Warriors. Oh, you're a real genius there, guy.
Like, going.
Where's LeBron going? Okay, that team is gonna go to the finals. Who is he playing? And you could I won money off of I bet Bitcoin on on the NBA finals. I am a numerology expert too, apparently.
Oh, hell yeah.
Jesus Christ. All right,
I love that you went up on this guy because I didn't even know that
this guy is a fucking lunatic.
Yeah, he's fucking nuts. So anyways, he says what normies are feeling. I have a record of every fraud on Twitter with a large following calling for Bitcoin to go to 100K. Once Bitcoin collapses for good and basically goes to zero, we will put all those tweets on a website to make sure no one ever hires these people again. Oh, so we're never going to have a job again. Thank God. Don't want to be a slave. And I will get paid, or I will get so much pleasure doing it. Fuck you, Bitcoiners. He sounds a little bit like Dan the Pineapple, Dan Pena. little bit salty.
Yeah.
Thinking Putin has something to do with creating Bitcoin.
Why? What is he? Why is he saying? I'm checking Twitter. I'm checking the feed we're getting right now. But why does he say "F you Bitcoiners"? What do we do? To
I
them?
don't even know. I don't even care. I just saw this in my Bitcoin feed today. And I was like, this guy's fucking retarded. I gotta mention this just to show you, basically.
I have a record of every fraud on Twitter with the large following. Let me tell you something. What normie didn't call 100,000?
Yeah.
What the highest we called was 30. I think that's the highest I called was 30.
Oh, during the 2017?
Yeah, because I was
Yeah,
like
30,
basing
40,
off. I was basing off of Zimbabwe prices because Zimbabwe was fucking. Zimbabwe
Yeah.
was a good indicator of
Yeah.
of where crypto was going in the bull run of 2017.
Yeah, they were paying. They're just eating it up. But yeah, anyways, this guy's retarded, so we don't need to spend too much time on him. But
Fucking Gary, the numbers guy. I can't believe you pulled this guy up.
I didn't even know you knew him. So that's
Jesus,
hilarious.
save us all.
Oh, he is retarded, full on retarded. Then we got our friend Roger.
Roger, my
who
boy.
makes a very good statement here.
Yes.
Government uses inflation to steal your wealth, not only in your lifetime, but in generations for your children as well. $20 in 1932, you can buy a shit ton of stuff. 675 dozen eggs. That's a lot of eggs. Now, $20 in 2018, you can buy 10 dozen eggs. Oh, thanks. So, just shows you where the dollar and where fiat is going. It's going.
And these people that make me fucking sick to my stomach, just as you're obviously you're smart in the finance stuff. I'm just a normie dude. I have like above average. You have genius intelligence in this. I'm man enough to.
No,
make that.
we just have different intelligences.
But I mean,
things that you're good at.
But I'm saying
whatever.
financially speaking, I'm probably above average, but you're like genius level, right? But I think we
Oh, I
both
gotcha.
can agree. This shit really irks me. Is when these economists, these fucking dorks,
Yeah.
say inflation is good.
Yeah.
What kind of moron? How
It's good to keep people enslaved. That's what it's good for.
how does that make sense? How is inflation good? How can you sit here and tell me that me going to work, working my ass off, let's say I'm just a normal dude. I'm working my ass off 8 hours a day, I make $100 a day, right? That's 8 fucking hours, okay? That's a long time, all right? I'm exhausted thinking about that, all right? Working 8 hours and you make $100.
Yeah.
And as the years go by, the power of your $100 gets weaker. How is that a good thing?
Yeah, it's terrible.
How is that a good thing?
Stealing your money.
How-
and then they tax you on top of it.
How
like
is that a
crazy.
good thing? How are these economists saying this? These people should be hit with baseball bats.
Yeah, well, they get paid to do it, basically, by people who want to keep their power. So it's a power game.
One thing too, put on my Alex Jones conspiracy hat. Okay, but hear me out. Did you notice how they recently turned over Julian Assange, right?
Oh, hell yeah. I read all about that.
And did you see what happened just right before that?
No.
The IMF granted like an $8 billion loan.
To Ecuador?
Yep.
Doesn't surprise me. Well, yeah, they got Ecuador in their back pocket, the United States and their cronies, so.
The IMF passed the loan, gave them, I don't know if it was 8 billions, but it was some sort of billions. And then Julian Assange is forcefully taken out of the thing. And then the president puts out some completely fucking bogus message.
Well, like you said, the reason why they've spent the last 7-8 years trying to get Assange, right? They've tried so hard because, like Bitcoin, they're afraid.
Yeah.
They're afraid of people knowing the fucking truth.
Yeah.
And leaking classified information can be dangerous for people who are stuck in the middle of that. So yeah, that's not a pretty thing. It's not something that's black or white. It's not purely good or purely bad. But the fact that the government is continuing to
Continuously.
lie, that's what I was looking for. Anyways, they're lying to us to our face our entire lives. They're not teaching us economics in any school.
Yeah, but in California, they're now teaching you the history of anal penetration to elementary kids. I'm not even joking.
I know you're not. That's why I'm fucking laughing.
They'll teach you the history and that pedophilia is normal to an extent, right?
Seriously?
Yeah, it was just on Twitter,
Jesus Christ.
right? Of course, the lady was the principal. Only a fucking person. Whatever. I just want to get into it, but
Yeah.
it's pretty fucking dumb. Okay, and you're telling me you're gonna promote this, education of sexual shit, which children don't even care about. You know, children don't need to know about that. From a child, if you want to talk about practicality from a young age, you should teach your children how to do two things: manage their calories and manage their money.
Yeah.
And we're not teaching them how to do that.
Yeah.
What does that say?
Yeah.
What does that fucking say about our system? What does that say about everything that's going on? So we are in the midst, like, you know, obviously I'm in the red pill community. I teach guys the truth about dating. I teach guys the truth about being a man and, you know, what is the raw, hard truth in regards to what gets you success with women, what doesn't, right? Because a lot of guys have woken up and they know, hey, I've been lied to. I found out if I bring a girl bouquet of flowers every day, tell her she's a beautiful princess, pie in the sky, whatever, she's going to laugh in your stinking face.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. That's one big lie you've been told to. Another big lie, government cares about you. Corporations care about you. You see, it's laughable. It's laughable.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
So it's good to know that people are waking up to this stuff. Thank God. Thank God. And our boy Roger, you know, Roger's
He's been awake for this for a long time.
I like Roger. Roger's a good man. Roger's a good man.
And the government's gone after him a few times, which is why, a lot of different things. But he knows, because he's done it, he's both had massive success and massive failure due to the government. The failure part being due to the government because they arrested him, but then also massive success because he's an extremely intelligent person. But yeah, right. What he's saying right here is just obvious, and most people don't even know this or don't even pay attention to it because they're like, "Oh, you know, I don't have anything to give to my kids anyway. I'm not going to be able to make $1 million in my own lifetime." Well, you know, that's because the government's, you know, trying to, you know, basically make your money worthless. So, yeah, it's crazy. Then, like, this is what you were mentioning before. So the transactions of Bitcoin are going up again. So in 2017, they peaked around 500,000, looks like, per day transactions. And then it went down in 2018, and now we're riding back up. So here, Eric Voorhees, who I follow, says the most important chart in crypto is, are people transacting in Bitcoin? Yes, 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 and yes. It's happening massively right now. This is a very bullish sign.
Yeah.
That
this is what was on Reddit, yeah?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think this was sourced from Reddit.
Okay.
But yeah, transactions per day are going up.
Yeah.
Big time.
So huge news. Also, this is really interesting. So localbitcoins.com is where you can buy Bitcoin face-to-face with people, basically over the counter, right? And this is the transactions globally through the Local Bitcoins website, where people go and meet. And obviously we had a peak here in 2017, and then it, you know, kind of went sideways. But the interesting thing here is the countries. Look at Argentina here. Take a look at this.
Yep.
So Argentina is massively continuing to, they're even more than 2017, use Bitcoin and buy Bitcoin because they need to. Their Argentinian peso is worth absolute shit. So they have to. I mean, it's sad, but it's true. Then you got Canada, the normies of the norm. They're just, everybody in Canada is probably a normie. I don't know.
Shout out to Ryan Stone.
Well, maybe he's an exception. I don't know.
Hashtag do it for Ryan.
But anyways, you can see they FOMO'd into Bitcoin in 2017 and then forgot about it ever since.
Right.
Kind of hilarious. Chile, they also massively need Bitcoin for the, you know, because their money is, you know, their economy. A lot of these South American countries do. And then, so you look at the countries who need it, right? And then you look at countries like Canada, which they don't really need it. But then you look at the good old US of A, because the America is the market maker. And it went down massively in 2018, but we're starting to get spikes back up here.
Very interesting.
Which is, I think, super bullish. People are looking to buy anonymously.
Go down to Vietnam. Didn't they try to ban? They tried to ban crypto in Vietnam, didn't they?
Yeah, Indonesia as well.
Interesting. And Venezuela, our boy Molotov Cocktails from Venezuela, and look at that, that's spiking. We talk about worthless money.
Oh yeah, it's the worst.
Yeah.
Of them all. So you can go here and just look for yourself in all this data. You also, if you look at where's Switzerland on here? Yeah, Switzerland, they're not as into it. They're kind of like Canada, norming it up a little bit. But anyways, Tanzania, countries in Africa need it. So that's also a bullish thing. So that's the main bit on why we're bullish on Bitcoin at the moment. So the last part that I want to talk about today, I'm just taking a look here. Should I go off of this?
Let's see who's this. So let's take a look at the chat real quick. Nick Korn, Bitlord are real alpha OGs. Check them out. Thanks for the plug, dude. I don't know who the fuck those guys are. King Nick says, "Is this the numerology guy who got called out by Nick Korn, Tone Vase, and raged on their live streams?" Oh yeah, looks
Probably.
like it. Guy's only claim for fame is calling the NBA Finals. Yeah, I did it too. Fucking send me 100 Bitcoin right now. Numerology guy hates Bitcoin more than Nouriel Rubini. You can thank Keynesian economics for that. Austrian economics is greater than Keynesian.
Hell yeah.
To understand Bitcoin, one must understand Austrian school.
Yes. So go to this website, Mises.org. And yeah, Molotov cocktail is completely right. The Keynesian economics is what they try to teach us and brainwash us with to think inflation's great. And the Austrian economics is free markets, basically. So if you go to Mises.org, they have a lot of good information that you can get into the Austrian School of Economics and actually understand money. But I think it's all well and good, right, to understand that we're in a bull market, that you need to take action, that you need to start accumulating Bitcoin this year, because that's the main message of today, right? So the question after that then, I believe, is, well, what's next, right? What does it look like? So I'll let you finish that and we'll get back into it.
Yeah, I'm just addressing some people
Yeah, no worries.
on Twitter. But what's the what was it? Sorry, Mises.
Cool. Yeah, Mises.org, just talking about Austrian School of Economics. But I usually think, well, basically, if we tell everybody, okay, we're in a bull market, and we show them all this mind-blowing evidence of why we are, it might be boring. It might not be that interesting. But, hey, it'll make you some fucking money if you just take some action on it. But if you don't want to listen to it, whatever, I don't give a shit. But
I'm going to make money off of it.
yeah. And then the thing after that is then, okay, so where are we going from here? So where are we going next? So I think the one thing you want to be careful of is scammers. So remember the ICO scams?
Yeah.
So
Our boy,
Yeah, you can explain
Zillacoin.
Yeah.
So basically, an ICO is this, okay? An ICO is an initial coin offering. And this is how you scam people with ICOs, okay? ICO promotions have now been banned from Facebook advertisement with their marketing. An ICO is basically like saying, okay, buy Bullcoin. Okay, Bullcoin, when you buy Bullcoin, every Bullcoin automatically duplicates in value after you hold it for 30 days, right? Let's just say that's the use case scenario, okay? So the main trait of this coin is when you buy it, it duplicates in 30 days, right? So these people, they have these massive marketing campaigns. They get a great website. They put a bunch of pictures of people like, oh, this expert is on this expert is this expert approves, all these things. And then they get they do what's called crowdfunding. And everybody sources money to these ICOs. Now, what happens during listen, guys, we're not in Bitcoin mania time.
no, that's going to probably be at the very end of the bull market, but we'll get mini manias up until then.
When Bitcoin, look, if you're watching now, right? Because some guys checked out. We're only around 26 viewers right now. Good, good. The fucking losers are gone. All right. Let me tell you something. Bitcoin bull rush mania is the best drug I've ever been on.
Oh, hell yeah. It's great.
It is insane. But we were smart enough to know a scam when we saw it. And a lot of these guys were like, hey, like that fucking dude, buy Zillacoin. All you have to do is pay me 1 Ethereum a month, and you will be able to get all the news and all the information here about Zillacoin. And this dude walked up to me and tried. We were fucking we were shit-faced, pounding pizza back.
Pizza and beer,
Yeah, we were drinking. We ordered a pizza, and we were at Two Dogs in Roppongi. And this guy comes up to us. He pitches us. We're master salesmen. So he walked away. We're like, wow, that guy's some real full of shit, ain't he?
I
Like,
invited that shit.
that guy
Yeah.
walked out with $16 million.
Yeah.
So, is there a use case for Zillacoin right now? I don't know.
No.
I don't know. But That's what these things are. These ICOs, they promise you big returns. So everybody tries to make the money quick and fast, all right? And remember, you try to make money quick and fast, you're going to fucking lose money quick and fast.
Yep.
So a lot of these ICOs, they were like, hey, get into this. Remember BitConnect? BitConnect was a huge one. They had that fucking Spanish dude who was like, oh, BitConnect. And they had like this crazy like hype rally. And people were brainwashed, truly believing BitConnect was the real thing. And they lost millions of dollars. And the people at the top of BitConnect pulled the plug, took that money, laughed all the way to the bank, disappeared into the sunset.
And that's a centralized system where they can do that, right? With Bitcoin, it's impossible because it's decentralized. So there's nobody who's actually running the fucking thing, right?
Right.
So that's one of the things that you have to look at in a cryptocurrency, right?
So just because there's all these fancy bells and whistles and they're like, hey, this coin's amazing. Hey, this coin is going to do this. You know, dick coins, you make your fucking dick grow 6 inches, whatever.
Right.
Because there's going to be a bunch of bullshit that they're pitching out there. It is coming. So you have to be intelligent. And now you're saying IEOs.
IEOs are even worse.
So what is an IEO? I don't know what an IEO is.
An IEO is an initial exchange offering, which basically is just when the coin gets on the exchange for the first time, then it will blow up in price. So I'm just going to play this video here, which just shows you basically the bullshit of what is an IEO in visual format.
Watch the straw. 3, 2, 1. Whoa! God. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? All the way. Whoa! What? Blood of Jesus! Blood of Jesus!
He fell for it.
Watch the straw.
So yeah,
3,
basically,
2,
telling you buy
1.
this thing now. The exchange will give it to you.
Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go?
Put
All
it in
the
your cup and say
way.
it's worth 10 times more.
What? Blood of Jesus! Blood of Jesus!
He's full.
Watch
He's a
the
retard.
straw.
So, yeah, basically, don't fall for this bullshit, that kind of stuff. Be careful of that. Also, this guy here, Matt Odell, he's a smart guy. He just says, this is kind of hilarious. Everyone has the right to get wrecked, which just means, it's possible for everybody, so for people to lose money. If people refuse to do their own research.
DYOR. We talked about it last week.
Yep.
Do your own research. Don't trust Charlie. Don't trust me. See us as advisors, even though this is not financial advice. Educate yourself. There's no shortcuts to these riches, okay? We have both gone through multiple heart palpitation episodes to figure out how to bring you the Tokyo Crypto Show and how to sit in front of guys like Adam the Bread Wallet, the president of the fucking Bread Wallet, and have an intellectual, mentally stimulating conversation with the guy so that we are competent enough. How do we get competent? We put in the hours. We did the fucking work.
Yeah, and it only takes, 15 to 30 minutes a day, which might seem like a lot, but it's like learning a language, right? You do it bit by bit.
Consistent action taken every day compounds into greatness. You don't want to do that. Good luck living that normie life. God bless you. Send a donation. I'll talk to you, make you feel better about yourself. But at the end of the day, if you're not getting on this crypto train, it's going to leave you.
Yeah, in 3 to 6 months of paying attention to it every day, you'll be smarter than everybody else around you anyways. So basically, if people refuse to do their own research and they do not listen to people who are talking about this in a smart way, well, there's nothing we can do about it. Tough shit. That's what it is. You're either going to learn or you're going to go broke in the crypto game because you are actually controlling your own money. So I think that's good advice. Then finally, last but not least, we have this. The red pill of the red pills.
Yep.
You want to read this one?
So we have Neo at the top here, and he says, what are you trying to tell me? That I can trade my money, my Bitcoin, for millions someday? No, Neo. I'm trying to tell you that when you're ready, you won't have to. And I actually had I hung out with Adam the other night, and he talked about me. He talked to me. The biggest struggle with cryptocurrency right now, biggest hole in the game, is getting from cryptocurrency to fiat. Okay? So when you get cryptocurrency to fiat, that's when you leave the digital thumbprint. That's when they can trace you. That's when, that's the only trouble. But now, don't 100% quote me on this, but I would not be surprised if we head to a future where all currency is decentralized. And it's a network, because humans, we are evolving, man. The internet is an amazing fucking thing.
Oh, hell yeah.
We're talking to you right now on a magic space device. Like, we're telling you about this magic internet money using the internet.
We have the same power as a traditional media.
Yep.
Just because we have these computer things now.
Yep.
And the internet.
So, that's the biggest thing that's going to happen eventually. Because, honestly, Andreas Antonopoulos, he lives off of Bitcoin only.
Yeah. And he gets donations. He sells his knowledge in books on Bitcoin. He is the ultimate earner of Bitcoin. And he says, if you're fixated just on the price of Bitcoin and not everything that blockchain and Bitcoin can do to change the world, then you're just focused on, during the internet bubble, the internet stock can make you money, of course, obviously. But then there's a million other things that it's going to be able to do in the future, too. So it is very complex, and it is something that's going to blow up. And it is going to have its own economy of the internet, which means, here, if you follow, this red pill of crypto, you can already buy houses in crypto. You can live on crypto in Japan.
There's a cryptocurrency Airbnb.
Yeah.
I think it's called cryptocribs.com.
Makes sense.
And you can literally list your house. So if you get banned from Airbnb or something, right? You can get on cryptocribs.com. And you can book houses and like a hotel using cryptocurrency. You can go to one of the largest conglomerate department stores in all of Japan. Big camera.
Yep.
You
like
walk
the
in
Best
there.
Buy of Japan, basically.
Better than it's like the
Right.
Walmart of Japan. Really, you buy washer, you can buy dryer,
Yeah,
you can
true.
buy alcohol, you can buy a bag of chips.
Yeah, that's true.
You can buy a fucking waffle maker. You can buy anything.
Yeah.
And this thing is, talk about having the market by stranglehold. These fuckers got the Japanese by the balls in regards to a monopoly.
Yeah.
And you can walk in there and be like, hey, konnichiwa, Mr. Motherfucker. Like, I got no Japanese yen, but you guys take Bitcoin. It's like, oh, yes, right away. You get to go to like a special little register. You send them the Bitcoin. They're like, okay, thank you very much. Give you the bow, and you're on your way.
Yeah, when I paid in the Bitcoin, it was like that. It was like, okay, approved, we're good.
Yep. Using Bread Wallet. I use Bread
Yeah,
Wallet.
I had to use Bitflyer because, basically it goes faster on them.
When I did through the Bitflyer one, that's when I had a bunch of trouble. But when I used Bread Wallet, it fucking worked. Like literally, I loved Bread Wallet before I even coincidentally ran into the fucking president of Bread Wallet.
Well, that's what hit off the conversation, right?
Yeah, he had Bread Wallet. He had this logo on his phone because my friend who's an architect. I met my friend who's an architect at this sake tasting event that I go to. And then I just went to this bar in Roppongi Hills after called Rigoletto. And if you guys know anything about Tokyo, you know why I was going to Rigoletto. And so I was going to Rigoletto, and I see my architect friend, and he's like, hey, you got to meet my pal. And this guy, a little guy, I didn't know who the fuck he was. So I was like, hey, who the fuck is this asshole? And he's like, I saw on his phone, it said BRD. I was like, dude, you have Bread Wallet. That shit is amazing. Like, that shit saved my ass recently, man. I fucking love that thing. I was like, are you into crypto? He's like, yeah, I'm the president of Bread Wallet. I was like, no, you're not. And now, like, on a text basis with this guy, and he's fucking super cool, like, ultra cool mentor. I'm learning a lot from that guy.
Yeah, he's already in this, super red pill version of crypto sphere universe, right? So
super red pilled guy.
He can, and he's a mover in the crypto space, right? So
Yes.
the things he's building are going to have a large effect on crypto going forward. So just being able to look at crypto from this perspective of the crypto red pill, basically, because there's a whole community that talks about that, just kind of shifts your mindset from the old mindset to the new mindset.
Yep.
And it's just going to be going somewhere. So I think we've hit the point enough on why we're going up, but It is.
Let's see who's here. So 24 people here. Good to go. Shocker there. Molotov is the most fucking engaged guys. Molotov is like the number one Bitcoin maximalist in the world.
Genius.
He says, this is a great time to start accumulating Bitcoin. Next hype will be STOs and IEOs. I'll make it easy for everyone. Just buy and hold Bitcoin. When you share your screen, I can't see the call-in number. I want to call in. Okay. Call in now, big dude. No, it's on the phone. 657-383-1318. We will hold for you. Let's see. Is he calling in right now? Molotov, you got 2 minutes and 20 seconds to call in. Otherwise, the Blog Talk Radio timer runs out. Kind of like how I ran out of facial hair here trying to grind these fucking handlebars. What's going on here? Good
I think
Lord.
that'll be a great way to end the show. With
Can I buy some hair with Bitcoin?
you probably can get a little transplants.
Yeah. Call in, Molotov. I need these handlebars to grow in. I'm trying to look like Dan Severn from the UFC back in the day. You got 1 minute 50 seconds. Let's see if you can make it. 657-383-1318. Is Molotov gonna make it? Let's see.
It's like this tape will self-destruct.
This tape will self-destruct if you choose to accept this mission or not. Woo.
90 seconds.
There you go. You got 90 seconds, pal. There it is. All right. Hey, Molotov, you made it. What's up, dude?
Hey guys, good fucking morning from sunny Florida. It's kind of a habit now that I call in.
You can call in
every time you guys have your
anytime
weekly
you
show.
want. You can call in anytime you want, brother.
Thanks, man. Thank you. So I just want to give you guys a shameless plug to everybody that's listening and will be watching this YouTube stream later on. You guys, these two guys know what they're talking about. They are doing a fucking awesome service to you guys. They are giving you the ultimate financial red pill. Now, bear with me because I'm out of breath because I was doing some deadlifts, but I said, fuck, let me call in. Let me give these guys my 2 cents here, right? So, again, listen to these guys. They're fucking... People that are listening now to you two and taking your advice and, most importantly, acting upon it will be handsomely remunerated in the mid to long-term future. The key words there are mid to long-term. And as I put it in the chat box, the game of Bitcoin is a game of accumulation, and it's a game of patience. And those that are patient will be handsomely rewarded. Now, the funny thing about money and psychology is that, as we know, fear and greed are 2 big factors. And most people will start getting either fearful when the market goes down and greedy when the market starts going up. The question you will have to ask yourself is, how are you going to act? Yeah. Or are you going to act?
Yeah.
Because, you see the people chatting, it's like, go ahead.
Let me ask you something. How crazy and delusional were you during the 2017 bull run? Because Charlie and I were taking like hour-and-a-half lunches, like disrespectful as shit to our boss. We're like, fuck you, we own Bitcoin. We're not doing shit. Like,
made him buy some.
We talked our boss into buying $4,000 of Bitcoin at like $16,000 of Bitcoin.
We were pretty wasted, to be honest.
We were extremely drunk at the time too, and he bought. But if he would have sold at the top, he would have made money. So.
Well, if he hasn't sold yet, he'll still make money.
And he did do his own research too.
Yeah, well, we also had another trader in our office who told him, he was like, "Yeah, you're drunk, don't do that." But it was a good night.
But Molotov, how were you during the 2017 bull run? Were you insane? Were you being crazy? What was going on?
I'll tell you how delusional I was. I bought Bitcoin at the top.
Oh!
I mean, that's as delusional as you can get.
Wow.
I mean, I bought some. I've been in Bitcoin. I've been in Bitcoin since 2016. Nice. So I've got Bitcoin below $1,000.
Okay.
But I've always continued exchanging my fiat currency for valuable, beautiful digital gold, which is Bitcoin. So, I was like, okay, this is it. This is the S-curve adoption. It'll never go down again. This thing's only going higher. the funny thing about that is that I'm still holding. I mean, and I didn't buy a whole coin or 2 coins. I just bought fractions, but I still bought the fucking top. And that's answering your question. That's how delusional I was.
Yeah, I bought Bitcoin at like 19,000. I bought increments at the time too.
And like I said, probably, when we get up to 100,000, we start going between 100 and 200,000. That's when all the normies will be like, "Oh, I should buy some now."
Yeah, I should take out a mortgage on my house.
Yeah.
And buy 1 Bitcoin for 100,000.
Yeah, so I mean, naturally, that's gonna happen. That price or that thing is gonna happen again, right? So as long as people are paying attention, now obviously, Molotov, you've been in this for 2 cycles now, from 2015 to 17 and 17 until 2022, 2023. So you'll know your shit and you'll be able to see it when it's coming this next run around and take all your profits as much as you need. But you live by and learn by experience, right? So it is what it is.
Well, the way I look at it, right, is that if you have a certain net worth, you don't go all in on one asset class,
Of course,
right, or on one business. You spread your risk, right? So I'm in a position where I did buy fractions at 19K, like you, Jonathan,
Yep.
and I'm happy to hold that shit because you know what? The reality is, and I'm very long-term or, long-term time preference, right? So, I'm thinking about leaving shit to my kids and stuff like that. So $20,000 Bitcoin to me is cheap Bitcoin when I'm looking at this over 10 to 20 years,
Yeah.
30 years, etc.
Yeah, exactly. 150,000%. No, you're 100% true. And yeah, that's the thing. Look, this is not a get rich quick scheme, okay? This is not a get rich quick thing. This is a smart, tactical, long-term accumulation that needs to be done with a rational mind. And like we've been saying, like I just don't know. I can't stress it because we've been saying since the show launched in February, right?
Yep. February 13th.
February 13th, we launched the show. It is now 2 months later. If you would have bought then, you would have been up about $2,000 by now.
Yeah, it's like, what, a 66% increase practically? Like almost double.
Yeah. And,
Or, yeah, even more, maybe.
I don't know what else to say. So we're just telling you guys, look into it, DYOR, do your own research, and you will see. You will see. I'll get to say some of my favorite words in the human fucking language. I told you so. I told you so. I'll probably say it with a nice big old fat gold
the
chain
best
on.
part is that we have this all on video.
Yeah.
So we can just take a clip and say,
Yeah.
I told you so.
Told you so. Told you so. So, yeah, man. Malta, if you got any closing words, we'll let you close this out, big dog.
Hey, man. So just once again, guys, thank you for letting me share some time here with you guys and your viewers. Once again, to everybody that's here towards the end of the stream and will be watching in the future, fucking subscribe to this channel, pound the motherfucking like button, and share this video with all your friends. You're doing everyone that you love and care about a service by listening to the Tokyo Crypto Show and Charlie's Cultivate Crypto. Much love, much respect. Fucking let's get this money, people.
Thanks, man.
All right, buddy. See you later. Peace out.
Peace.
God damn, we got a baller in the house, Joe Sherwood. Look at that.
Joe just bought $1,000 in Bitcoin. Hold on to that, Joe. Believe you
Hold
me,
on to your
pimpin'.
seat for that roller coaster.
So that's like 0.2 of a Bitcoin.
Yeah, it's a good chunk of change.
That's good. Hold on to that. Watch
Yeah,
and see.
basic-
Watch and see.
yeah. When I put in my first 1,000 into crypto, it went down from, well, I bought it Ethereum at $100. Immediately went down to $80. I was like, nah. Well, I was willing to lose that $1,000. I'll wait a little bit longer. 3 months later, it's at $400.
Yep.
So quadrupled the investment within a quarter. So don't be shook out by the price fluctuations. Watch us. Watch my show at Cultivate Crypto on YouTube. Just type in Cultivate Crypto and you can subscribe to my channel and you can see the price action every day, either live or on the replay. And then I'll be telling you when I'm looking to take profits and go into US dollar tether, which if you look at our show, there is a US dollar tether strategy show that you can watch on Jonathan's channel for the Tokyo Crypto Show. And then, my show every day, I'll be able to basically show you where that's at. But yeah.
Good stuff,
Good on
man.
ya.
Good stuff. So that's it, guys. That's going to be it. Next week, Charlie's going to be running the show solo.
Yep.
Because I'm going to be in Vietnam. And so come over here. He is going to be running the show solo here, running the whole thing. So whatever he wants to talk about, it's his thing. I'll let you guys know. Keep an eye on me on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram at Modern Life Dating. You'll see updates if I'm going to do shows in Vietnam or not. I'll probably do a couple live streams. I'm going to buy you a Wi-Fi unit. I just want to show you guys the kind of life that I'm living outside of all this stuff. Like, show you that there's a big world out there. There's a huge, massive world. Don't be limited by your thoughts. Don't be limited by your environment. Like, get out there, live a fucking little.
Yeah, have a life.
Buy a little Bitcoin. Live a little on the edge there, guys. Buy a little of this fucking crazy internet money and see what happens. But that's gonna be it. I think that's all I've got to say. You got any closing remarks?
You got to teach me how to do that block talk so that I can do that for next week too. But besides that, we're all good for today.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much, and we will catch you next time. Be sure to go to cultivatecrypto.com. Follow Charlie on Twitter at cultivatecrypto. Follow him, and because we're getting the training wheels going for his social media, so we need the community's help to help get the message out. For you guys that have been booking consultations with Charlie, he offers consultations as well. Go to cultivatecrypto.com. This is some serious dirt cheap consultations from a man who has literally made, he's like not one of these fake Twitter fucking dorks who are like, I'm a fucking e-commerce 7-figure earner. Charlie has made 6 figures in cryptocurrency, okay? So book a consultation with him if you're serious getting this shit sorted. And that's all I gotta say. I'll do a show tomorrow, so I'll see you guys and I'll update you on what's going on with Vietnam. So until then, we will see you next time. Peace out.
Have a good one.